Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Geek Blend. It is Saturday night, and that means it's time for the Raging Geek Jedi show, and we are on episode 10. 10 episodes, guys. 10. This is our 10-week anniversary. Isn't it great?
Double figures.
Double digits, yeah.
Double digits. So, but
Amazing.
I'm joined by my co-host, as usual, Lost Jedi 22 and Raging Rhino. Raging Rhino, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good. How are we all doing out there in the chat? It's been a very, very interesting week, to say the least.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully we can get into it tonight.
Yeah. Lost Jedi 22, man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to the show. Like Rhino mentioned, it's been a good week for the most part. Yeah. I mean, there's been some negatives to it, but overall, a great week. It was fun to see. I was happy. I was excited to be on. Watching the watch party and everything, and it was great.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm still smiling about
it. Yeah, I know. Me too. Yeah. Laura,
how's your week been?
Oh, yeah. It's been good. If you guys can notice, I'm in a different setup tonight. Mm-hmm. I'm actually about 5.5 hours north of where I usually live, visiting some family members for the weekend for Memorial Day and then my niece's birthday party as well. So, nice. Yeah, I'm excited about that. But yeah, I won't be home until Tuesday evening. So if you guys are noticing, I'm not doing any video content on my channel except for this for the last couple of days. I'm going to be out of town, so that's why there's nothing out. But Rhino, you got stuff coming up too, don't you?
Yeah, my next episode of my series, it's a longer video. We're getting into some of the next one is Poe. So we're getting into some of the characters now that have a lot more changes and things that happen to them throughout these 3 movies. So there's a lot more to cover. So that's pretty much why there's been a delay. I'm going to do a big thank you video for hitting 250 subscribers. That was incredible. And that's even late. So I'm sorry. It's as much as it's been a fantastic week, it's been a very busy week for me as well. And I finally got to see my grandma, which was fantastic for the first time in a couple of months at least. So
that's good.
Yeah, but I will be getting back on top of it. I did lose a subscriber today. So please bear with me, please.
Yeah, if you guys have been subscribed to us and any of your favorite channels, you might want to check and make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube likes to do their thing. Occasionally you'll be unsubscribed, and it's just really weird. It's happened to me before in the past where I'm like, wait a minute, I thought I was subscribed to this channel, and I had to resubscribe. So just make sure you are subscribed to everybody here. I will drop links in the chat as the night goes on as well. So I think my compadres will be doing the same thing. Also, if you guys notice I'm looking up or looking this way, I have a monitor in front of me, a massive monitor here and a massive monitor here. My brother-in-law he works at home, and he's always on his computer, so he has a lot of screens to do this stuff on. So I might look a little odd. He had another webcam that he ordered, but it wasn't here in time, so I'll be using this. But yeah,
that's cool.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Subhuman. I appreciate you checking.
Yeah,
must be so hard dealing with so many monitors. I really feel bad for you. Really.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 at home. I have the 27-inch Mac, and then I have a little smaller Samsung monitor I use as my second monitor for now until I get something better. But it's crazy too. I was talking to him today that he bought these TVs instead of computer monitors because they were cheaper, and they're 4K. It's crazy that 4K TVs you can buy cheaper as monitors versus actual monitors for your machines. It's weird.
Yeah, it's not to get too into the PC gaming or anything, but like if you're getting monitors or second monitors for more workspace to do productivity stuff, you do not need to buy an expensive monitor. A cheap TV is perfectly fine. Yeah. Now, if you're into high res gaming, you're going to want to look into a little bit more, because you have to deal with things like refresh rate and make sure that your monitors are capable of staying synced together, so you don't have any kind of weird clipping issues going from screen to screen if you're doing like a panoramic setup. But
I don't know how to take
if you're doing it for just you.
Sorry.
What?
That one.
Yeah,
thank
we
you.
got a yes, thank you. Yeah, and thanks everybody. Let me go through the chat and see who else here. We got Thictopus, Trey Courtney, hail Trey Courtney,
Wonder Woman like.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Rhino's got the titties.
Yes, champion. Paula Patriots here. Subhuman Runner Studios. Senate, and is it?
Yeah, Senate.
How do you pronounce his name that I just highlighted? How would you pronounce that?
Soji?
Soji. Okay, Soji. So welcome, Soji. Yes, he does have a nice chest. It's got the plunge going there. Yeah. Bruce Lombardo, hail. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Neff asked, is there a reason you guys are later? What did you say?
I said I'll take it as a compliment, I guess.
So I'm going to add our first guest in here to talk to us, guys.
Who we got?
Lethal Lightning himself.
What you just said was like some of the most wholesome shit I've heard in quite some time, Rhino. That was great. But what they're saying about the Wonder Woman chest is like where you're positioned on the picture as well. It looks like her body's yours.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, there you go.
You're confused. Like, on the picture. On the picture.
Right?
The arm lines up.
It. I see. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. I'm no longer confused.
I must say, it's probably the best part of you.
Lethal, we need to make sure that we do the full next week.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm gonna have a didgeridoo next week.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, are you serious? I'm gonna have to be.
I'm gonna have it. It's 100%. Well, I'm gonna say 99% guaranteed, but yes.
Didgeridoo time.
How are we all? And
everyone good. How are you doing, Lethal?
We are doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm pretty well. Bit chilly lately, but oh my god, it's good to be here. Everyone in the chat, you're all amazing. We just got done with a pretty cool stream with Mara's monetization. So
that was awesome that she's monetized, man. It's so awesome to see that.
Yeah, that was great to see. That was really, really great to see. Gaming with Geeks, we did our first monetization stream last night.
Yes, you did.
Park Hoppin's getting close to monetization. Like, everyone's winning. We're all winning. So
yeah,
it's all good. It's all very, very, very good. And now I'm here. The wedding just keeps going. Beautiful stuff. I have voted in the poll.
Awesome.
I'll be honest. I think it's a bit one-sided.
Well, like when we came up with this poll, it was because a lot of people grew up with the prequels and some people grew up with the OT, so it might just be kind of like who grew up with what, and we just racked our brain to try to find somebody to put up against Lando that would work, and this kind of fit more than anything else.
Yeah, okay.
I guarantee somebody's gonna pop up in the chat, be like, "What about this?" And I'm like, "Oh, thanks a lot."
I'll be honest. I voted for Bale. I think
Bale is great character, and you never see him in the OT, but
Bale did more to start the rebellion. He kept Luke's secret. He took Leia and kept her secret from everything that he would have had to have faced.
He kept it real. But Lando's all like, bitches, guns, and money.
Yeah, Lando's cooler. I'll definitely he's definitely he's the one you want to go party with. Bale seems kind of like a stick in the mud as far as personality goes, but I base it these polls could be who would beat who in a fight, who do you like better, who's got the better personality, who's more influential, who did more for the rebellion. And
I have a counterpoint to that. Did Bail Organa have sex with a robot?
But no. But technically Lando in the OT iteration of Lando did not, because Billy D. Williams said in an interview, "Hell to the no."
But that's not the point.
What Lando's about.
That's not the point. Bale was the one that essentially helped save Yoda and Obi-Wan, got them into Coruscant, got them out of Coruscant. He took
Are you saying that's an achievement?
I'm saying no one has that accolade. No one can compare to Lando when it comes to, someone did this, someone did that. I did this, I did that. And he just goes, I fucked robots. And that's kind of the end of the conversation.
End of conversation, yeah.
Yeah, but anybody really could do that.
That makes him better.
Anyone could do it, but only one person has done it.
Hey, Jedi, Lucky, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, that's a no vote for me then.
Please, somebody make a meme with Lando that says "bitches, guns, and money." I want that. I want that as a poster in my room.
It'd be a good T-shirt.
Yeah, it would, right?
Yeah, that is actually kind of
like a slave Leia, hanging off his shoulder, and he's got a bottle of Hennessy in one hand and a blaster in one.
Congratulations on your monetization.
Yes,
It was
congrats,
fantastic.
Mara.
If you're not
So
subbed
excited.
to Jade Shadow, Mara, go and sub.
Please,
She's
please do.
fantastic.
I need to get her link too. And we need to get her on the show really soon too, like in the next couple of weeks.
She's an early to bed kind of gal, though.
That's right. She doesn't stay for ours very long. That's to each its own, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I've invited other people on here before. They're like, I can't. I'm be sleeping. Like, all right.
Yeah. Well, we do kind of go a little late into the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bale is being smashed out of the water right now.
Oh,
Yep.
I'd like to know who the third person was that voted for Bale, because I know it's me and Lost Jedi, but I'm curious to know who the third one is. One in the chat if you were the third person to vote on Bale.
If you are going to be called out,
if you want
put
to
a
be
one in the chat.
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, it's just doing these polls, it gets a little difficult because there's less OT characters that are recognizable, and then people will be like, oh yeah, I know that guy. And the prequel trilogy, like it or hate it just has a lot more characters in it.
Oh, we got another one for Bale.
Ooh.
He's gonna catch up now and take the lead. We're gonna get a flood in the audience. We're gonna go from 20 to like 100 viewers, and those extra 80 viewers are gonna vote for Bale.
Yeah, I just dropped the link for Mara's channel in the chat, guys. Please go subscribe. She's been just absolutely killing it lately.
Killing it.
She really exploded with the Naughty Dog thing. Really helped. Thank you, Sony, and thank you, Naughty Dog. But fuck you still.
She's going to be the next big one.
Fuck you.
Oh, thank you.
I agree 100%.
Big middle fucking finger.
Yeah.
Lethal, I agree 100% with that, man.
Yeah, man. She's going to be the next big one.
I hope so.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. She puts out great quality content, and that's what it's nice to see that. Because, I mean, there are some people that you put out content and it's like, oh, yeah, I've heard this from other YouTubers, but then you find channels like hers that put it out in a very unique way, and it's more fun to watch her than other channels.
But she's also real when she does it. Like,
yes, that's
there
the
are
thing
some
too.
people
Like,
you can watch and they end up not being that real about it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just either jumping on a bandwagon or whatever.
I've got no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens quite a bit, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, a lot. As we're seeing right now. We're seeing a lot of it now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. This is with what happened this week. A lot of things are happening, and you're seeing a lot of different sides to people. And it's like,
I'm kind of interested to hear Rhino's perspective on this, because I remember speaking to Rhino once, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not a Snyder guy, but now that it's happened, and now we're seeing, we'll call it the fallout. What's your take on everything that's going on with it now, Rhino?" He's got a smile.
I feel like I need to watch my words. Okay. I like you said, Lethal. I was never an advocate, but in saying that, I was always like, okay, if these people want it, let them have it. Like, if that's what the fans are asking for, give it to the fans. This was for me, it was about a fandom thing. It wasn't about the Snyder Cut. It wasn't about the movie. I enjoyed Man of Steel. I enjoyed Batman vs. Superman for what it was, but I was never truly invested in it like you guys are. In the lore and all of this, like when you guys talk about a Batman suit and like the cowl and all this kind of stuff, I'm sitting there going, it's a Batman suit. Like, but I get it. I get it. I understand where these people are coming from a fandom point of view. Yeah. And when I saw... I want to put this in perspective, actually. I was up until 2:00 in the morning watching your stream, Lethal.
Yeah.
Of the watch party. I fell asleep. I couldn't stay up. I also had Man of Steel playing in my room. And I couldn't stay up. When I woke up that next morning and saw those clips on Twitter of the excitement that it gave you guys, man, I can't wipe the smile off my face because of how excited you guys were. Individually, there was that moment for you where you're looking and your eyebrows raised and you're like, you didn't know what to say for that moment. And then all of a sudden, bang, the excitement, the adrenaline that ran through all of you was incredible, and it rubbed off on everybody that watched it.
Yeah.
Whether or not you were invested in the Snyder Cut or not, it didn't matter. This was a fandom thing. The fans got what they wanted. This sets a precedent now for and people can say that it's a bad thing. Fucking go fuck yourself. Right? It's a bad thing that the fans won. Why? Are you against fandom? I hate the whole toxic fandom thing and all of that crap. Go fuck yourself. This was a fan success. And the excitement that I don't care. I wouldn't have even cared if we didn't get the Snyder Cut. I don't care that we're getting the Snyder Cut. I'll watch it and I'll probably enjoy it. But I don't understand where this whole thing starts coming out, where, it's all of a sudden a bad thing that the fans got what they wanted. I mean, we see that many director's cuts of so many things as well. Okay, let me say this. I don't know, it's usually about 2 or 3 years after something that we usually get maybe a director's cut gets released, or a special edition of something gets released, or something like this. Nobody complains about this. They're complaining about this because there was such a massive uprising of release the Snyder Cuts that people started to get pissed off that they got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
I like it.
Congratulations to everybody out there that fought for it and got what you wanted. I'm so happy for you. I couldn't be happier. I know I don't sound like it because there's anger in my voice, but I'm so happy for all of you. Seeing Steph go absolutely mental. Seeing Ryan scream his fucking head off. His kids could have been fucking asleep and he wouldn't care. He wouldn't have cared. He would fucking just woke him up. You fucking just go crazy. It was so good. It was so good. Abu Nas just yes, we won. Man.
Yeah.
Raging Rhino.
I think.
So, congratulations, everyone. That's my take on it.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah,
so what you getting at, long story short, is you're fandom won. That's all that matters. And
it also gives me hope that, as ridiculous as this sounds, let's start a hashtag decanonize the sequel trilogy. Honestly, I mean, a hashtag like that worked. It took 3 fucking years, but it fucking worked. The guys got what they wanted. I'm not saying that it's going to work for Star Wars, but it gives me hope that, even with the thing with Sonic, it's the same thing. That was a success. That was a success for fandom. They got listened to, and the fans threw their money at it. Yep. Anyway, that's my take. I know I've talked too much now. Somebody else say something.
I like it. I really like it.
So how do Ryan?
Congratulations, Ryan, on your win and your success. And I'm sorry to continue, but it's come through in Ryan's. It's come through in Ryan's videos. You see in the videos that he's done after the announcement about the Snyder Cut of how excited he is that he got what he wanted. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't know that by watching some of these YouTube channels and streams.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's blowing my mind at how, what's toxic? It's the inbreeding. It's the fighting, the hatred, but the intentional stuff. It's not that you care. It's like I say, I don't care about the Snyder Cut. I don't care whether or not we get it or not. But it's not like I jump on Twitter and I go, "Oh, you fucking guys that want the Snyder Cut, fucking ridiculous. It's going to be fucking stupid anyway. It's going to be dumb." Fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'll come on camera for this. Yeah, so we're part of a fan movement here, right? That's what this is. That's what Fandom Menace is. And regardless of whether you necessarily say, yes, I am Fandom Menace or anything like that, even if you're just in the general area. This is a fan thing. It started as a fan movement, right? Hey, we didn't like this. This is why. These are our reasons, right? And we've been doing stuff for 2.5 years talking about that, mostly in reaction to The Last Jedi and on. To then be upset and butthurt or something like that because another fan movement gets what they've been asking for and gets what they've been begging for and been so vocal about. Yeah, I think it's a little silly.
100% agree.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, you're just kind of seeing that. And I know a lot of people are disappointed in some people. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
100%.
Like trash tier outlets, I expect it from trash tier outlets, but internally, it's like, wow, fuck y'all.
I was a little surprised about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I want to hear your take on it, Geek. I haven't spoken to you much since the announcement.
Yeah, and me and Lost Jedi 22 were watching the watch party together for Man of Steel, and I remember we were like, oh, we'll probably pop in there like towards the end when everybody's talking with like the questions, and then we got talking, and then I had AC repair guys working as well at the same time on my air conditioning upstairs. So I had to run it back and forth from from watching that with him to doing that. But yeah, it would have been cool to be on stream with you guys to do that. But I was in shock. And like I said, I've turned on some streams last few days and seen some people that just the way they've been acting, it's like, do you really hate this that much that you're going to act like this? It makes no sense because this is about, like you're saying, fandom. You know, we represent the fandom. This is the Phantom Menace, like you said, Ryan, if you're part of it or not. This is about the fandom and the fact that the fans' voices were heard. And now that you're seeing the access media go after it, you know something is going right our way. When they're complaining and crying about us having, quote, the power now, that we shouldn't have the power. We need to keep doing it. I don't
understand what that is. Yes, okay, this looks like we've got power, but all it was that the movement was big enough that the studio and Snyder they made it happen. I don't understand. It's not a bad thing.
Oh no, it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad fucking thing. It's actually a really good thing.
Think of what the kind of hope for people like me and Lethal who donated to this billboard that went up to ask for them to continue Legends. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, this happened at a time where no one's on the streets in San Francisco, right? That was about it's about the worst possible thing that could have fucking happened as far as that billboard goes, and for the movement to continue the expanding universe. You know, it's very disappointing that this all happened. But the fact is that this should be encouraging to each and every single person that if you make noise, eventually, you know, people are going to listen. You make noise for long enough, people are going to listen and see, hey, it's not going to be out of their goodness of their hearts. You know, Warner Brothers and AT&T weren't like, you know what, these guys really deserve this. No, they said, you know what, these guys will really pay money for this because they love it so much.
Exactly. There's a lot of wallets in play.
That is our power, right? That is the power. And of course, it's not out of the goodness of their hearts. You're fucking retarded if you think that's true. It's not. So someone said, I actually got asked, I was on I did a video with Josh from Den of Nerds the other day.
That was great, by the way.
No, thank you. I thought it went really well. And one of the things he said is, does this feel like an olive branch from Warner Brothers and AT&T? I said, well, if in sense by an olive branch, you mean that I have to return it with money in hand, then yes, because that's the agreement, you know? Yeah. But either way, it's really positive. And I really hope that we see a lot of people in 2021 going out and supporting HBO Max to get the Snyder Cut.
And then the other argument, the counter argument I see is, some people saying they don't like the movies, they don't like these particular versions of the characters. Yep, cool, whatever. And they say it does nothing for them. It's kind of harming what they want. All right, that's fucking retarded. I mean, Disney Star Wars. If Disney Star Wars all of a sudden became good, that does nothing for me as an EU fan. But I still support the idea of good Star Wars movies. It does nothing for me as an EU fan, though. But I support it. Clone Wars saved. That show, man, I do not like that show. But Clone Wars saved was a huge win. Huge win. And I can acknowledge that. I think people have just gone full retard. And I'm encouraging them to continue it.
I mean, we're getting the same thing. This is okay. You know how we had the Rise of Skywalker, and it only scraped to $1 billion. Sorry, hey Steph, it only scraped to $1 billion, and there were Phantom Menace people and everyone saying this is a victory. Look how much of a mess the movie is. All of this kind of stuff. This just proves that everything that we've been saying over the last, whole thing has been, we've been right the whole time, blah, 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 blah. And this is a win for fandom. And now you're getting some of those same people saying that they don't want, they don't think the Snyder Cut should be, I'm confused by some of the things I'm hearing. That's all I want to say. And I also want to say, Steph, congratulations on your victory.
Yes. Yeah, welcome, Steph. Thanks for coming.
I'm encouraging the Spurgs. I want the Spurgs to continue spurging.
I just don't like it. I don't like it. Seems hypocritical.
It's very hypocritical.
You know what I hate seeing? I hate seeing the comparison between this and for there's people saying like Luke Skywalker is ruined and this is not my Batman. It's like Luke is one. He only has one arc. You have other Batmans you can go watch. You have other Superman movies you can go watch. You're going to have more in the future. It's not they're going to keep resetting all the time. If you don't like this iteration of them, then don't fucking watch it. Go back and watch your old Superman stuff. Go back. You're going to have another Batman next year. Go watch that. You're fine.
Don't watch it. I mean, I don't. And these people, a lot of these people are also very critical of Disney Star Wars. I don't watch Disney Star Wars.
Right.
It's as simple as that. There's Star Wars I like, so I go to that. Disney Star Wars all of a sudden becomes really, really good. That does nothing for me as an EU fan.
Are these same people that are complaining about what Zach's done with these characters, bitching about what the CW's done to these characters? Come on. If you're going to bitch about that,
Oh, God, no kidding.
These people bitching about it were crying, boycott Star Wars, then went and saw the movie day one for fucking YouTube views.
Yep. Well, listen, there's people that are talking about this that haven't talked about this in 2.5 years and know absolutely zero about
anything.
They know zero about, they knew zero about Zack Snyder's version of this film. That is 100% the case with so many of these people who are hopping on talking about it. And I think you're seeing a lot of it. You're seeing a lot of people pro Snyder Cut that have no idea what they're talking about. You see a lot of people anti Snyder Cut that have no idea what they're talking about. They're just talking about it because it's trending. They go to make a video in the morning. They see what everybody else is making a video on, and they look at trending on Twitter. And that's how they decide to make a video, right? That's just the bottom line. That's how it works. So you have people talking out of their ass, and when that happens, shit tends to come out, and that's what we're seeing in a lot of cases.
That's exactly what they're doing, talking out their asses.
And I want to say this again. Keep doing it.
Please.
Just keep doing it. I mean, we've already got enough. We've already got enough as it is. We've got more than enough as it is, but a little more. Sure, why not?
For me, it's just it's a time and a place thing. So you can not like Snyder's movies and you can passionately hate them and everything, but why choose the day that your friends get a win and they get something that they're really excited for? Probably not the greatest time to sit there and just kind of just shit on their parade.
That was frustrating.
I was talking to these guys in Discord and everything, and it's like, you get your friend is saving up for a car, right? And he's been saving for a while. He's finally going to get his first used car, and he goes out, he buys it. He's excited. He's proud. It's his. It's something he earned. He's been working for. And the first thing you say to him is, "That car's a piece of shit."
It's like, why'd you get it in blue, you piece of trash?
Man, there's all this rust here. There's fucking wheels about to fall off. What the fuck did you buy this for?
Even if the model is a piece of shit and everything, that's just not the time to kind of say that. You're just, the only reason you're doing it is to crush him. What you say might have reason behind it. It might be logical. You have your logical complaints. That model of car sucks, or this movie sucks to you, and this is the reasons why you don't like it. It's just no. You don't do that to your friends. You don't do that to people you associate with in a large group, small group. It's just it's not a cool thing to do. Even if you want to shit on Man of Steel and Justice League and Batman versus Superman, and you want to make a video about it on in middle of June, like, okay, go ahead. Like, that's not going to bother me at all.
Mm-hmm.
But like to immediately, what bothered me is like immediately, as soon as we're all excited and, you know, Twitter's kind of blowing up and people are posting the videos and, you know, the clips of you guys' reaction and, you know, it's kind of blowing up on the internet.
Love it.
Like, it was a really great thing to see. And it was just kind of disappointing to see people are like, well, it's going to suck anyway. Well, you know what? Maybe that's true. That doesn't matter.
It
like,
could.
Can you be excited for your friends?
Mm-hmm. We don't know, and that's not the point. It's not the point.
Well, at the end of the day,
it's just time and place.
At the end of the day, one of the problems is, again, you have so many people that don't know what they're fucking talking about. People that are like, well, this is just an extended edition. 20 more minutes of this movie isn't going to help.
Pisses
bro,
me off.
it's like, bro.
Oh my God.
Completely different movie.
Really quickly. Subhuman 84.
Holy
Thank
shit.
you so much. Yeah, he just dropped us a $50 donation on PayPal.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah. Subhuman.
Thank you so
You are
much.
one of the, you man.
Subhuman sells drugs.
He supports everyone.
Yes, he does.
Everyone.
Thank you very much.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man.
That's awesome.
That was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Such a good dude.
Awesome.
Have we got these guys and their reactions? Have we got that there? Can we please watch it? honestly, if I'm having a bad day, I will always go back and just watch those clips. I'm going to save them for the rest of my life.
Oh, I've made like 3 separate GIFs of Ryan, just like different reactions from
man, that first one where he's got both hands.
Yeah, I've made like 3 different GIFs. I mean, I was like, okay, this is going to replace this GIF. This one replaces this one. Yeah,
I look like a retarded.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You know what's good about this is there's like 4 different.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's like 4 different reactions.
Yeah.
And I love Abu's like reaction. I love Lethal, the way he's like just like eyes wide. And then oh my God, the realization of what he's seeing.
But you know, it's not just their reactions, and you know, they've been clipped separately, and like I think I did one where I clipped all 4 of them and kind of put them in a grid
individually.
Like watch the other people too, like their reactions as they see it kind of go, and you know, not just Henry Cavill, but the other fans that are in this watch party, and there were a lot of them.
Before you play it, we knew. While us for watching this, we knew to keep an eye on what's her name, the lady.
Daniela.
The one in the bottom right corner.
We knew she was the one that was going to ask the question.
Okay.
So we were all like waiting for her turn to talk.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come to that?
People online were saying that she was going to ask it, so that we got word of it. And I'll watch our reaction to this. Then I do have to bounce, guys. But I got to see this. So I got to stay for this.
I have this. I don't know if this is helpful. See that?
We won! The game's over! I love it! Woo! I love it.
Ryan's still going.
That's what I'm talking about, bitches! Woo! Every single one of you motherfuckers who said it wasn't happening. Go fuck yourself.
I love it.
That was
Legal's head looks like it's gonna explode. Like
he didn't know what to do with himself. That's what it looked like. I don't know what to do.
That moment, I'm never gonna forget that moment for as long as I live.
I know. Same. Oh.
That was awesome.
I remember seeing a video of, again, Clone Wars Saved, the live reaction to that. Again, I think that show's trash, but that reaction to the announcement was fucking infectious, man. It was beautiful. Couldn't help but feel happy.
The fun thing about watching it, because I was watching it live, because I mean, you know, Geekland and I were doing our own thing in our Discord, and of course watching the movie and then watching Zach. we were like a little bit of, like, you guys were delayed compared to us. So we saw it like, God, it must have been like almost a full 10 seconds, I feel like.
Yeah.
Ahead of you guys. And then it was like, oh, we got to click over and make sure that we're watching their reaction because they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Like you guys may have, but then there's a StreamYard's delay too. So you got to factor that in.
Exactly.
And we were be like, oh, we got to see what their reaction is because we saw it a little bit, from our perspective, we saw it before you guys, even though it may have been at the same time and the stream delay and whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was fun too. It's like, oh, but wait till they see this.
Oh yeah, we were. They haven't seen this yet. Just wait, it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went silent.
I just can't help.
Silent.
I just
and my entire body froze. Every hair on my body
so
stood up. And I was like freaking out. Yeah. It was. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what fandom's supposed to be about? Like these kind of exciting things. Like remember when, the special editions were going to come back in the theaters and, it was exciting to go see that. And remember when, the Phantom Menace was going to come out.
Yeah.
And how excited we were for that. And just, that's what fandom's really kind of all about. It's just that excitement, that mutual excitement, a shared common.
Some people think it's about bitching about SJWs when they fucking teeter on the line of being an SJW themselves. They think it's all about fucking finding something like ducks or whatever have gone woke and talking about that. It's like, fucking.
Well, I mean, there's a part of it that we can certainly unite and complain around certain SJW topics. I'm not going to let them off the hook for that stuff, but like, it's more than that. It's like, I think if you're going to go on YouTube and talk about these things, if you don't have a genuine passion for the topic you're talking about, it really kind of shows to your audience. Like you can tell the ones that really give a shit about what they're talking about, and the ones that are just like, I'm a casual fan. I'm take it or leave it, no big deal. Those aren't the ones that are going to get that excited when they see something really great like that.
Well, I put out a video about this too, and I literally I messaged Lost Jedi 22 after some stuff had happened that evening. I'm like, I think I might have to reshoot my video, and I started to, and it got really exciting and happy. But then I got really pissed off with these people and started like screaming at the camera. I was like, I can't put this out. This is going to be because it got really bad. And the one I put out I think was better, but yeah, it was.
Look, on the subject with that, I haven't done anything since the announcement because honestly, the internet's kind of fucking got to me a little bit. But I was thinking last night, I think my next video, I've got a title for it. All right, I might do this. I don't know if I'll get around to it, but I was thinking of calling it Snyder Derangement Syndrome.
That sounds really great.
I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be definitely a catchy title and certainly fits.
Because it's real. It's real.
Yeah. I don't know. For me,
Do it.
Do it.
Just put an image of Signar and Jody.
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do. Oh my god, that dude! Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, well, he's got plenty of like angry faces and everything you can use for the thumbnail and everything. Even though with their reactions, though, it's not going to take it away. Because I mean, also one thing that happened for me that day watching this thing, I made sure that I was going to be up and ready to go and watch this thing because I was excited to see a watch party. I had a feeling that maybe we get some kind of teaser out of it, so I really wanted to be there for that. And it's been a long time since I watched Man of Steel.
Oh, it was awesome.
And it was
same here. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Fun. Like I forgot how much I really love that movie. And I know people don't. There's a crowd out there that doesn't like it, but like I really love that movie. That's my Superman movie. And I kind of forgotten how much I love that movie. So like I was already kind of in a great mood because I'm like, God, I kind of forgot how much this, like, I really got that Superman. At the end of the movie, I think I said it to Jeff, is like, I don't know how you can watch the end of that movie and not be inspired and not want to be that Superman. For me, that's like, at the end, particularly that shot where it's, his dad watching him play with the cape on, and he does like the, as the little kid does the Superman pose, and then you have that kind of that fun scene at the the Welcome to the Planet scene at the Daily Planet.
Love that.
Like all that really worked for me. I love the ending of that movie, and it's not about the Zod's neck snap thing at all. It's like it just really that's Superman to me, and I forgot how much I really love that movie.
Yeah, the movie is
I enjoyed it.
I've said it since it came out. I'll still say it. That Man of Steel is a fucking masterpiece of a film. That movie changed changed everything. I saw that. This is what it's about. as a long time DC Comics fan too. That movie, like I was like, I'm in, all in.
Okay, could you imagine?
Hey guys, I gotta get going. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate all you guys' support all the time, and I'm more than happy to come on here and talk to you guys about this stuff. And
we appreciate
you're a legend, Ryan.
You know, I appreciate it. It's one thing that's really coming from this is I think a lot of people are seeing like who the real people are. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to call you guys friends, and I appreciate you having me on, guys.
Sweet.
Thank you,
really
appreciate it, man.
Of course.
Yeah, have a good one, Ryan.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later, dude. Bye.
Ultimately, what it comes down to is, it's been said 1,000 fucking times, is it's a win. This is a win all round. I'm not necessarily a Sonic fan, and I've admitted that freely many times. But
it's a win. It's a win for fandom, but it's an even bigger win for the fandom that actually wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's two parts to this, but overall, it's just a win for fandom in general.
Lethal was right. Like when TCW, when it was announced that TCW was coming back, people were really excited. Okay.
Yeah.
And Steeg reminded me that people who loved Firefly. Really pushed for a conclusion, and they got Serenity, and they were really excited about it. Was there this kind of backlash? Was there this kind of backtalk? Like, why should I be excited? Why should I be excited when I don't care about it? Yeah. I don't think so. But I just don't understand why this particular movement, people just can't take a day. Can't take a day to just be like, congratulations, this is a win for fandom.
Okay, on that point, you would expect you to not get a day from the ones that, like the campiers and stuff like that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You would expect that from them. It's the ones that you don't expect it from that aren't giving you a day that you're going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's who I'm talking about.
I've seen some of the biggest anti-DCEU guys that hate these movies. I've seen some of the biggest people that I know that hate those movies turn around and be like, holy fuck, this is huge.
Mm-hmm.
We won. And I've heard them say, we won. Not you won, we won.
We won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is like, there's a lot of talk about, this is a precedent and everything. It's really not. Like, think about, going all the way back, Star Trek. Canceled after the second season. It was brought back for a third season. Why? Letter writing campaign from fans.
Yeah.
That Family Guy, canceled, brought back. Why? Fans. There's like this has happened before.
Yeah,
this isn't the first time, but it's kind of the first time in a long while. It feels like we've gotten that kind of win. It seems like Hollywood kind of forgot about it for a while. And now they're like, oh, we can make some money off of these fans that they want to bring this stuff back.
What do you know? Oh,
yeah, like I'm willing to, I wasn't going to get HBO Max. I sure as hell am now.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the ones showing actual support to the fans. I mean,
yeah, what's good business sense? Like, you have a huge really group of people out there that are excited about something. You have people that are literally saying, "Sell me a product," and if you're a company, you're going, "Well, no, because you want it. We're not going to sell it to you." I mean, could you imagine like a retail store doing that? Like, every customer's in there, like, "Hey, why don't you carry this? Why don't you carry this?" And they keep asking for the same thing, and it's like, "Well, because you want it. That's why we're not going to carry it."
Well, it's like saying, do you not want them to decanonize the Star Wars trilogy because the Reylos will be disappointed? Like, of course you want them to get rid of that shit.
Well, you can get into like competing fandoms, particularly with Star Wars is unique because it is a single storyline. So like, yeah, there's not they're not going to be able to please. It would be hard to say that there's a fan win because like it's a 50-50 split on Last Jedi. I mean, that's allegedly. I think it's more of a 20-80 split.
I agree.
Like hate. But yeah, those 20 are going to be upset.
Star Wars is a very split, divided fandom. DCEU is not. You either like it or you don't.
Yeah,
True.
So when people say, I don't care, they don't care. So cool, rock on. You know, Star Wars is trickier because it's a divided and splintered and broken fandom. Like I said,
one of the arguments that I've heard, or that I've seen a lot of is, why should I be excited about movies that are going to come out that aren't going to that are going to have the same characters that I didn't care about, that I guess didn't meet my expectations in Man of Steel and BVS. And, why should I care about the movie that's going to come out when it's going to include these same characters? Well, okay. And yeah, sure, you don't care about these characters. That's fine. You don't have to. But when Man of Steel and BVS came out, those characters were still in their infancy. You don't like that version of Superman. Well, guess what? He was supposed to have a 5-movie arc. He was supposed to have a huge arc to where he started off a little bit Elseworldsy and ended up like the Superman that where everybody is used to. And, if you're not going to give that a chance, if you don't want to see that arc, then that's fine. You've already judged the movies and you've already made your decision. So have it your way and just leave it alone. You don't want to see it, and you don't want to see it. But
I see this as the Snyder Cut. Sorry, just quickly. The Snyder Cut doesn't even have to be good. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry to say. It'd be fantastic if it is good, but that's not what this is even about. Who gives a fuck if the movie's good or not? We got listened to.
Yeah.
We got listened to. That's the
I would
point.
be disappointed if I hated the movie because I would feel like, well, I kind of fought that battle for no reason. I mean,
of course. Don't get me wrong.
I feel like
everybody wants it to still be good.
Rhino's right. In the grand scheme of things, that's irrelevant. But to go with what Steph says, I get you, Steph, and I do agree, but I don't even think you have to go that far with it. Like, I'll use the same example that I used before. I do not give a fuck about Disney Star Wars. If the movies all of a sudden became great, that does nothing for me as an EU fan, but I'm still going to be happy for the people that care about Star Wars movies. It's as simple as that. Fandom. It really is. It's about fandom. It's really as simple as that. Great Disney Star Wars movies does not mean that I'm going to get my Sword of the Jedi book. They're totally different things, okay? Obviously, I prefer my Sword of the Jedi book, but people like Rhino who finally get a good new Star Wars movie and they're going to be happy about it, I'm going to be like, Rhino, how you feeling there, buddy, old pal? That's pretty good, isn't it?
I'm not hopeful.
But you know what I mean? It's the same,
I know what you mean, though. Absolutely.
Disney Star Wars does nothing for me, all right?
Yeah.
I want it to be good for the people that are still invested in it to whatever degrees that may be. You might claim you're totally against it, but you're watching all the fucking episodes of Mandalorian and you're seeing the new movie day one, blah, 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 blah. You clearly have some sort of investment to it. I hope you get good Disney Star Wars movies. I really, really do. I really do hope you get them. But as an EU fan, that does absolutely nothing for me.
It's all right. I've nearly finished reading Revan.
What you're saying, Lethal, is what people should be saying. I hope that you finally get your Snyder Cut, and I hope that you love it, and I hope that it's everything that you want it to be. But it does absolutely nothing for me. That's what they should be saying. I'm happy for you, and I hope that you get it, and I hope it's everything you want. But they're not.
I'm the perfect example of that. I'm the only one on this panel that is the perfect example of that. I don't give two shits about the Snyder Cut. I couldn't care less whether or not they got it or they didn't get it. The fact that they were asking for it for 3 goddamn years and they got it, fucking congratulations. Well done. I'm so happy for you. Seeing your excitement is contagious and I'm well done. Fucking well done.
I can only imagine what your smile was like when you saw that clip.
Man.
I can only imagine what you looked like at the
time. When Lost Jedi split them all up and did them all individually, right? Because when you watch all 4 of you at the same time, it's like, oh man, I missed what they're like. So having them broken up like that was perfect. And watching you all individually, like you, Steph, you're like, so like going crazy. Ryan screaming. Abu Nas is like smacking his hand. Lethal's in shock. Like,
yeah, that's how I was. Yeah,
man, it was so good, and I was so happy. I was so happy for everyone, and I was thinking of these two because I knew Jeff and Lost Jedi were both big Snyder Cut fans. They both wanted it. They both, I believe, you both used the hashtag, whatever, and or you were behind it at least. And when I woke up that morning, saw you guys' reaction, and then obviously knowing that these guys were watching it too, I was just so happy. I was so happy. I had such a good day because of that, and I have no investment in the Snyder Cut.
Well, I mean, we're a community, and as members of the community, fandom menace, whatever you want to call us. I mean, even if you're not officially a hashtag fandom menace person, you're still part of the community in one way or another. You may not be fandom menace as far as Star Wars goes, but I mean, you still associate with the same people. We see a lot of the same people on all these different streams. Most of the people here were probably watching Mara Jade's stream before this. I'm going to guess probably 95% of them probably were. Mm-hmm. Like, we're all in the same kind of community, and to see other people in the community happy, you're like, hey, that's a good thing. That's,
Yep.
Yes. Like, thank you. I do want to, at some point, I'd like to argue with the people that, have their counter arguments versus, or their arguments about Man of Steel and everything, and their feelings about Batman versus Superman. I think there's a time and place for that discussion as well. Like, I'm willing to go to bat for it. Like, there's certain things I like about it. I don't think, I think the people that hated Man of Steel, there's just not a Superman movie possible for that they're going to like. Because if we get a Superman origin story where he's beating, he's rescuing people and solving petty robberies and burglaries, that's not an exciting Superman movie.
Well, we were talking about this the other night. Think about Superman 1. What was he doing in Superman 1?
Petty robberies and then he stopped the missile.
Yeah, I like that movie. Oh, there's not many Superman movies I don't like, but I do have to get going. But I saw a comment in the chat that I think summed it up pretty well, and it was from the Senate. Hail the Senate! Fantastic drawer, great memer. He said it was a while ago. He said that after the Snyder Cut announcement, half the people went full retard. Never go full retard. Absolutely
yes.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely
well
right.
Said.
But to the ones that went full,
you went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Never go full retard. But the ones that want to go down that route, please keep doing it. You've already dug a hole. There's already a fuck ton of info and ammunition. But hey, a little more.
I don't know. I'd like to see some of them come around and be like, hey, you know what?
I think some of them will come around once they realize how badly they fucked up. You watch the 180s. I've already seen some crazy 180s out of nowhere, man.
Really?
I have to.
Great.
We're not going to name names and everything because, I would much rather have a united fandom menace and a united fandom than a fractured one. That's more fun, but we all have to. Some issues we're just not going to agree on, and we're going to end up, drawing lines in the sand.
This was a win for what the fandom menace represents.
I just want the Spurg to keep on spurging.
What I believe the fandom menace represents, this was a win for that. Anyway, sorry.
Exactly.
I dropped a link in the chat for the Ink to the People
Thank you for coming.
Justice League t-shirt and hoodie you can get. They put that, they're doing that again. They did a relaunch on it. There's 24 days left on it. It supports the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. So everything you guys get, when you pay for the shirt, proceeds go to that. So I would definitely recommend you guys check that out. I missed the first run, so I got this run. I'm really glad they brought it back because I got the one run. It was last summer when they did the one that looked like the Comic-Con logo and it said release the Snyder Cut on it. I got that one. But I really wanted the one that had this one. So it's definitely good.
Did they raise over $100,000 for that charity?
Yeah, that's the thing. People are missing that too.
Raised over $100,000 for charity, man. But we're literally fucking garbage here. On that note, the Senate, I love the way you describe things. You're the best. You are the best. You, ABC, Apollo, I feel you are the core of everything. But everyone in the chat, thank you for talking to you. Always good talking to you. Everyone in the chat, you're always amazing. And I will talk to you all later.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing the full Aussie,
Lethal.
right?
Good to see you.
Full
again,
Aussie.
Yeah. Next week.
Okay.
We're going to have a didgeridoo. And
didgeridoo. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
we're going to dunk on people, man. Maybe.
That's it.
Rhino's been twitching all day because he missed,
Anyway.
All right.
Yes.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. See you, Lethal.
right.
I'm gonna have to go too.
Oh, sure.
Well, we appreciate you coming on for
sure.
Oh, sure.
It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter thing anyway. So.
As soon as
I'm actually out of town.
No.
I'm at my relative's house up north from where I live, so I'm doing a little bit of a shorter. We're doing a little bit shorter show tonight because of that. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. We really, really do.
Yeah, it's great having you.
Yes. Yes. I'm so glad you put that link in the chat for the Inked People shirt. Yeah. I have I was able to get the first round of the newest shirts. It took a while because I had to wait for the campaign to end.
Yeah.
So it took a little while to get to me. But I was able to get the first round, and after the announcement, I went back on there and I grabbed another shirt, like just the same one. I didn't even care. And I grabbed a sweatshirt as well because I've been
Nice.
I wanted a sweatshirt.
Very nice.
I was just, and then the next day, I think Mara told me that they had face masks.
Oh, really?
They had face masks as well. So I was like, well, damn, now I have to place another order.
No kidding. Absolutely. I missed that one. I'll check that out.
Yeah. But yeah,
Awesome.
I'm really glad you put that in there because that's something that is very, very, very close to home for Snyder, since all the money goes towards that. So yeah, that's really, really good. But I am tired, so I'm gonna go.
So yeah, again, thanks for coming on, Steph.
Have a good night, Steph. Thank you.
No problem.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Awesome.
And then Mara,
we lost
was in
our
the
full
chat.
panel.
She said she's going to bed too.
Yes.
So Jade, Shadow, thanks for coming by. Mara, congratulations for being monetized too today. That's just awesome.
Fantastic.
Awesome. If you guys aren't subscribed to Mara's channel, I'll put the link in the chat for that too. She's just been doing great content. By the way, I'll put Steph's link in again. She did a really good video today. I believe it's today or yesterday.
The Ayers cut.
About the David Ayer cut.
Yeah.
So go check that out.
That was a good video.
Steph makes great videos. She really, really does.
See, another thing that I had no idea about. I'd watched Suicide Squad. It's just a movie for me. It was okay, I suppose. I must admit, I didn't really like the Joker all that much. But, again, I don't have a massive investment in it. And hearing that there's a possibility that they can get that because of what's happening, man, strength to strength, people.
It ties into Justice League.
Yeah, the sentiment is it was changed because
of what happened. I understand. Yeah. No, I watched Steph's video on it, and to get that information was good. Like I had no idea. So to watch her video and get that info was fantastic. It was really, really.
Well, the thing is too with Suicide Squad, I have more of an investment in that movie too. With not more than the Zack Snyder stuff, but I do have more investment in that movie than a lot of people do. My wife's a huge Harley Quinn fan, like massive.
Mm-hmm.
And she was looking forward to that movie from as soon as they announced it. She's like, "We got to see this movie day one." So we went with the group, saw it opening weekend. I mean, I know there's a lot of problems with it. I do admit it. And the fact they cut a ton of Jared Leto stuff out and he was pissed off about it and very upset about it, I understand.
I can imagine.
They saw him for like 5 minutes. There was not enough to judge his performance.
Mm-hmm.
It was so quick. But from what I've heard from Ayer and other people who've seen the stuff that Leto did, it was so much better. But we had in our main living room, in our house, we have a Mad Love with Jared Leto and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, like a framed picture on our wall,
mm-hmm.
like in our main living room, like where we host, we host family and stuff like that. So, and then we have there's a Harley Quinn pop in our fireplace. I mean, my wife's a big Harley Quinn fan.
For me, no one will ever, and I think for most people, no one will ever beat Heath Ledger. But I'm biased towards his Joker as well because he's Aussie. He's fucking man. That was the best thing.
I love you. But yeah, I mean, I told her today that there's a possibility that we're going to get to see the other cut, and she got excited because the first trailer for Suicide Squad was a different trailer completely. This is a much darker tone, and that's what it should be.
Mm.
It was like BVS. The response to BVS kind of really threw everything into into turmoil behind the scenes with WB. They panicked and overreacted. And then meddled, and it just really kind of screwed up everything. And you can say, well, they meddled even before Snyder made this cut, then they meddled before that too. And it's like, well, yeah, studios aren't going to meddle. They're the ones investing the money. So like the studio is always going to, of course, have say in things. I mean, they're the ones putting up all the millions of dollars that, these directors are playing with. I mean, they're literally playing with, $200 million of other people's money. So, when you do that, the people that put that money in the pot are going to want to, keep kind of a close eye on their investment. So I don't think it's an end. I don't think we're going to get some revolution of, directors getting their way with every single title and anything like that. It's not that big. That's not going to happen until movies become a lot cheaper, or they start crowdfunding them somehow, or something like that. Because, I mean, they're just too expensive to make. There's too much money at stake. And I don't think anybody realistically was thinking, oh my God, Snyder had this perfect vision, and then, but the studios mucked it up from the beginning. Therefore, the Snyder cut's not going to be good because the studio still mucked that cut up. Well, of course they did. I mean, studios. That's what studios do. They're the ones putting the money up. Mm-hmm. I would expect them, like if I'm an investor, I would expect them to manage their my money correctly and wisely.
Really quickly, we had another $20 donation PayPal, and the person's name on PayPal, I'm trying to look and see who it is.
Thank you, whoever you are.
Yes, I missed that, so I'm so sorry, whoever I missed that.
Awesome.
Let me see.
Thank you. Any money that I'm getting is going towards a chair.
Yeah, you guys
I'm going to get more comfortable. If you keep seeing me like going like this, or going like this, it's because my ass is getting sore sitting on this chair. I've only been going an hour. Could you imagine what it's like after 5 hours?
We need to start a GoFundMe for Rhino's hemorrhoid donut.
Cushion. Hemorrhoid donuts for all, yes.
Yeah.
I like the I've got a couple comments I want to get to real quick.
I've always had lower
of course, Jedi, Dark Side Droids. I did like Diablo 2, Suicide Squad. Great. I think what did with him was great, and I've heard in the what Air did with it was even better. And then this comment here is, this is fun. This is a good comment. This is actually kind of true. I'm worried the Mandalorian is turning into Gilligan's Island. It's everybody everywhere all the time, apparently. So yes.
I'm so worried.
I acknowledge Bob Suicide Squad. I do. I love the character interaction and what they've done with the characters, and I do have a lot of fun watching it as well. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people talking about Mark Hamill's Joker, Jack Nicholson Joker fan, and of course Trey Cartney's comment. BVS is better than Civil Play Fight. Correct. Yeah, we might as well just do this in Civil War. No, stop it.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Lyndon
here. I agree, and I'm a more a Marvel fan than I am a DC fan.
I love Lyndon's comment,
but I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm.
It's from sitting on the chair. Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Lyndon. No, I don't know what that actually meant.
Good to see you, Lyndon. Really good to see you, man. Yeah, the Mando comment was definitely on point. That's why I wanted to put it on the screen, because I knew Lost Jedi would love that one too. So
I make no secret that I hate that show.
Yeah,
I'm worried. I'm worried for the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about doing
so worried for it.
The stream in the next month or so, or just even a video with you guys, just together when we can get it together and just talk about the Mandalorian a little bit about what they're doing with it, because it's just I it's so bad.
I agree. They know what they're doing with it.
Or at least the Blue Tweed Women cut. Agree with that one too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't know. They don't know what they're doing with it, and the proof is in the fact that they're just flooding it with all these people. Because what's going to happen? They're going to flood it with all the people. They're going to announce all the different individual series that they're going to break off from introducing these people, and they're going to see what sticks. They're basically throwing shit at the wall and seeing what actually stays in the wall.
Poopy wall. That's what I have to do. Yeah.
I thought we cut out there for a second.
Did we?
Yeah. No, I thought we did, but you just it was just
don't get my string pulled.
My bad.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Don't pull out your didgeridoo.
Next week, full Aussie didgeridoo.
Yes, I can't wait for that.
That's code for what he calls it.
Oh, so somebody said according to Chrissy's stream just got pulled.
No way.
Are you serious?
What were they talking about? Were they talking about? Like
Jesus.
Last of Us? Were they talking about Dear Lady?
The thing is with the stream polls is there's a lot of griefing going on and people taking advantage of the YouTube report system just to mess with people, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta remember, the full Aussie got pulled 6 weeks in a row.
Yeah, there's and I don't think it's an algorithm thing. I don't think it's a bot thing. I think honestly, it's malicious people doing it for kicks.
Yeah, most likely.
You're not wrong.
I mean, sometimes it would be like if it's nudity and things.
It was Walmart after dark.
Really? Where it was just people at Walmart? Well, I mean, some of those images could be pretty nasty.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
But Chris is usually pretty paranoid about putting them on because, like, I'll watch her and they're funny streams. I'll watch it, but then I'll actually have the website up so, like, I can see the one she's skipping. That website's I worked for them for 15 years. I've seen.
You're like, I remember that.
The stories I could tell of the things and I worked a couple of years at one that was let's just call it very urban.
That's
so.
That's YouTube.
I want to say I agree with Bobby when he says whatever Disney buys, they destroy. The problem with that is that they now own X-Men. So the two
they own Alien and Predator.
Well, for me, it's the two.
Oh, they're not going to touch those.
No,
my two favorite things: Star Wars and the X-Men, and they own both of them, and it scares the living shit out of me. I mean, don't get me wrong. What they did with the X-Men movies wasn't really any good. There was a couple there, a couple of gems in there, but
I like the first two.
Yeah, I like the first two as well. I like.
So I don't
have Days of Future Past.
I don't have my Discord connected to this computer, but it's just
because of what it
just
does.
Guns money.
It's cool.
It's Lando. Senate did that in our Discord, guys. Dude, it's freaking bitches.
Because he's dominating. It's because he's dominating the damn poll. Come on, people. Bail Organa deserves better than that.
ABC's here, guys. Hey, ABC, what's up?
Hail ABC.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
ABC.
Yeah.
Disney needs to die. I agree with that. They need to. This pandemic needs to bankrupt them.
They're going to have a lot of. There's going to be a lot of problems from this.
They're going to have a lot of issues. They're going to have big problems trying to bounce back from this. But I honestly, I mean, fuck, don't you just wish you had a time machine and you could just go back and tell George to just not do it? Just don't do it, George.
Like, you made a time machine, had a DeLorean? Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, well, you didn't even the voice crack there.
I don't think
what would you rather do? Go forward in time and get a sports almanac and come back to your time period and then make millions? Or would you go back in time and tell George and tell
Here's
George
the thing,
not
is like,
to sell?
You would have to come up with a very elaborate scheme with the sports almanac because, like, if you started winning like every single bet,
that's why
you'd have to make sure
you would stop taking your bets.
Yeah. You'd have to make sure that you were putting in losses in there. You'd have to do it intentionally. You'd have to do it intentionally. But like, you'd make sure that you wouldn't be betting as big, and then bet your really big ones on the ones that you know you're going to win.
Thanks for tweeting that out, ABC. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I completely forgot to tweet out of the damn stream.
Badass blunt, fucking meal.
Dude, that's so awesome. Oh, Jedi Lucky says I'd buy a sports almanac to buy Lucas for myself. There you go.
And Bobby would
right
go
there.
Back.
There you go, right there. Actually, I don't think I've actually watched that yet. So if you guys want to watch that, we can do it. The Snyder rap from Abu Nas.
I've seen it.
Did he just upload a video to his?
Yeah, it's to his Twitter. It was like I said. I've been like, it's been a busy week.
Hey, Nina.
Air conditioner repairs and everything else going on.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Nina.
Nina's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Nina.
Yeah. She's awesome. She's been doing a lot of work with John recently. John Talks and been showing me a lot of love and helping me out. She's great.
If you guys want to, we can save that Abu Nas rap right for the end if you want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen.
We'll go out on it.
I think there was one that I saw. I can't remember. There's so much that I watch, so much YouTube, and so many people.
Yeah, see, you bring DVDs and like TLJ. In fact, all you have to do is bring TLJ. You don't have to do anything else. And he'd be like, "Oh yeah, we gotta do this." But I do also like a Jedi Lucky saying that, "Hey, I'm gonna go get the sports almanac, come back, win all the money, and then I will buy Lucasfilm myself." There you go. I like that one. I like that. Yeah. Glad you stopped by, Nina. Good to see you here. We definitely have to have her on soon. Awesome.
Jeff, give me a full screen for a sec.
Sure, you got it.
I mean, I have a rap from Abanas.
That's great.
I love that video.
You did that. The way you put that in the card was just fantastic.
I actually still have it on the brand, dude. I still have it here myself. I still have it. I have it clipped, so we're good.
Hey, yes, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom. What's up, man? Tom. Good to see you, Tom. Yes,
man.
Yeah, everybody's here. Yeah, it's been a crazy week, guys. But I noticed one more thing we want to talk about. I forgot about it till Lost Jedi. I was like, let's talk about that one for just a minute. I'm like, all right, we should do that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I'm just going to drop the poll for anyone new in the chat. So that is in there now for you guys. You haven't voted.
I'm sure you guys already know where I'm going with this.
Disney Star Wars is dumb. Ichibaka.
Disney, there it is. Disney feminizes Luke Skywalker.
Well, this is
fucking art.
Disney Star Wars is fucking dumb, and this is more proof.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't believe this. This is
It gets worse though. I watched Ryan's video.
Okay, so
worse.
No, I don't want to do that.
Watch Ryan's video because this is proof that they
graphic
are
novel
going
retelling of the OT.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's oh my god. It's like what is that? It's not Luke. And then this one is just
look at that.
What in the world is that? Yeah, Nina, this is definitely a travesty.
Eyeliner on.
Trey's like, I like Trey Courtney's honesty. I can't even get mad about it anymore.
Yeah, you're right. It becomes apathetic
to the point where it's like
it becomes apathetic. You see it, and it's like
absolutely.
Dude,
it's super creepy.
Yes.
Oh, you've been creeping here, but you've been silent. I appreciate that, Tom. Thanks, man.
Because they're setting all of this up for a original trilogy reboot.
Oh, Tom.
And make Luke Lucy Skywalker.
This is so. By the way, really quickly, guys, I want to acknowledge that Lost Jedi 22's thumbnail for our video this week is just fantastic. Are you wearing makeup? I love that. Yeah,
Apollo. That's supposed to be Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that's right.
That's supposed to be Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Look at
Darth Vader is just really weird looking too.
I mean, the drawing of this entire thing is pretty disrespectful to all of Star Wars. To be honest, but
tell me he's not saying, "Girl, you ain't talking to me." Yeah, that's what he looks like he's saying.
There's one that's coming up that's just my god.
Oh
yeah,
my
god! This one.
Like,
what the fuck?
Why did we have to start with the Zack Snyder stuff? Couldn't we have ended with the Zack Snyder stuff? We should have done this one first.
We'll
laughed and been happy at the end.
I think our guests preferred the other topic.
Yeah, no, I know. Lucy Skywalker.
If you want to get positive about Star Wars after this, we will. So we have something else to talk about real quick.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting what they're doing. And again, it's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful to Star Wars. It's disrespectful to the fans. It's disrespectful to Mark Hamill. It's disrespectful to George Lucas. And it's just disrespectful now. And they're intentionally doing it. It's revolting. I'm boycotting everything when it comes to the movies. Nothing. I will not see anything that they bring out anymore. I won't pay for it. Like, it's not about not seeing it. I just won't pay for it.
Who the hell approved? I mean, somebody had to approve this. Like, so somebody drew it, and they're like, "Yeah, that's the design we want to go with. That's Luke Skywalker."
I know they're like, "That's it. That's the one."
That's the one with this really make him look like he's a 6-year-old girl.
Leia's my sister. Oh my god, that's what it sounds like.
Leia's my sister. Oh my god. Oh my god, Leia's my sister. That's how he's gonna sound, or she's gonna sound when they.
Leia's my sister. Yeah, Luke, I need to speak to your manager, Skywalker.
So if they do a gender swap, on Luke Skywalker, do they need to do a gender swap on Rey Palpatine?
No, that's fine. This Luke Skywalker, you know what he's saying.
Raymond Palpatine.
Raymond Palpatine.
This is the quote is inaccurate. It's really Luke Skywalker on Tatooine, and he's going, "But I was going to go to Tashi Station to pick up some birth control."
Oh my god. Jake to Jane Skywalker. Yep. Oh, that's a good point right there. It's probably the same people that design those weirdo Marvel characters. Yeah. It's Marvel anyway. I mean, I'm sure they did it. But it's still that, fear that sets in. They're like, they're going to make the original trilogy, but they can't ever erase the OT. They want to, but they'll never be able to do it.
This is the kind of art quality you'd expect in like the Sunday funny papers, not like not a comic book. Like this is not
a 14-year-old girl's drawing of something like this.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
This is not.
Let me just say,
or
I couldn't draw like this. I can't draw for shit. So like, I can draw better. I will say the fact that they can even draw a face and make it look like a face. I can draw well done. Yeah. But man, it's still sloppy as shit. I mean, again, you look at the pictures of Vader that they've done in there. It's what is that?
I can't build furniture, but I can tell you if a desk is a piece of shit or not. I mean, like you don't have.
Yeah. Safe space.
Bobby.
Man, Bobby's hating on Disney big time. Yeah. Big time tonight.
I'm good with it.
I mean, I think he has for a while.
It's Beta Skywalker. Yes, Furious. What's up, man? Dude, you guys' comments are freaking gold, by the way. Just saying. Yeah, Soul Assassin, you're 100% correct. If you guys want good Star Wars comics, man, go to eBay. I bought a stack of them. I have a ton of stuff.
The Dark Horse stuff.
Yes. Yeah. It was like probably a year and a half ago when I bought those. Like I bought all the Vader stuff first. That was the first thing I had to buy because, well, I'm a Vader collector anyway. So, but yeah, I was like, yep, I'm buying up this stuff. Now I'm looking to buy actual copies of EU novels. So it's just
there's a couple more, right? Is there the ones from where's that off the Tauntaun?
So apparently, their Disney artists are modeling the Luke Skywalker Molly Ringwald's appearance in Space Hunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. That's what it looks like.
They're even basing the picture off a female.
Arg.
Oh, it's this one. Scroll down.
Yeah, there it is.
Look at that. Look at those full powdered lips. Pucker your lips like this.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, if you didn't know, you'd be like, "Why? What happened to Leia? Like, why is she passed out?"
Yep, that's what I would see.
That's a girl. I'm sorry, it's a girl.
I came here for the rage. Well, in the wise words of Bobby Massa, fuck off, Disney!
Yeah, there we go.
There's your rage. And
there was some volume there.
Just freaked. Sorry if I blew your eardrums out.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
I'm fine.
There you go, Bobby.
Yes, get it, babyface Skywalker. That's what. Yeah, but like, look at the comment here. Look at what she says here on this article. Just a little lipstick and eyeliner covers up all that nasty, toxic masculinity.
Yeah, he ended that article well.
He really did. He really did. He knows how to write really well. I love the way he writes from his articles. I mean, but
just a nice little hint of that sarcasm.
It's just, what the fuck is that?
At this point, it's like, are you? They have to be intentionally antagonizing Luke fans at this point.
I'm pretty sure it's intentional. There, yeah.
Yeah, you can't accidentally be this. Like, this is deliberate antagonizing Luke fans. So they just will not, like, they just hate Luke's guts. I don't get it.
Pull up Discord again, then, Lost Jedi. We got another Lando one. We got another Lando meme. I'm going to drop the poll in the chat again, guys, so see where we are, too, in that. Because,
well, I don't care anymore. Bale's just been blown out of the water, and he did more for the rebellion than Lando ever did. Yes, Lando's cool.
Lando,
he's a cool cat. He's a cool
Lando.
Character. Don't get me wrong. I like Lando, but Bale did a hell of a lot more.
Refreshing results real quick, a second.
Anyway.
16-4. Holy shite.
Yeah, it's one of our worst blowouts.
It's close to Leia and
here we go. This is from...
Now you're going to get taken down.
This is
cool.
from
What a
Runner
way to go.
Studios. It's
Guns,
Runner.
bitches, and money.
Now this is fucking art, is what he said. I love it. Oh God, that's great. Would you kiss Lando? Please don't avoid this hot take.
Would you kiss Bale?
Why are they doing it? We Luke fans are the one who spends our money on Star Wars, or at least we did. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you imagine like Lando and Han, like, your name's Luke? You don't look like a Luke to me. You look more like a Lucy or a Karen. And then they're like, what do you think? Should we try for it? Or, yeah. It's Mexi.
Yeah, they'll make Lucy Skywalker and Leia Organa twin sisters.
Nina, you have a point. Where are their organs? Well, these girls right here, where are their organs at? I love that argument from people like, where are her organs? She's a drawing. She doesn't have organs. Love it.
Yeah, she's two-dimensional, so that's going to be a little difficult. So
the fact that they made Lando pansexual, it's just another thing that's just like, what the fuck?
What did you do, Apollo Patriot, to the Luke picture?
No, what?
Oh, no.
Click on it.
What the fuck? All right,
you let the soy walker picture and put a mask on it. They put a funny little mask on it.
Awesome.
Lethal would get it.
Lethal would always get it.
Yeah. Here it is.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, that was pretty damn quick. I'm a little concerned that you had like a GIMP mask ready to go so quickly.
That was quick.
Man, it's Apollo Patriot. You don't think he's got shit on his computer? We'd be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'm sure he's done Filoni in one of those. He's got all
different tongues and...
We've seen the sky with walkers.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Lucy in the sky with walkers.
Yeah.
It made the joke even worse when I sung it.
Bring out the GIMP.
GIMP sleep. Oh, you better wake him up now, won't you?
The fact that he did that so quickly was like, wow.
It's like he had that ready to go.
Yeah, he did. Whoa, Karen Wars looks crazy. Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah. But, I mean, think about this too this week. I mean, we had all this negativity with that Luke Skywalker image. But we had 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back this week. 40 years to the day. Favorite.
Is it today?
No, it was Thursday.
No, I thought that's right.
At some point
a couple of days
during
ago.
the week.
Can I get a 1 in the chat if The Empire is your favorite Star Wars movie? A 1 in the chat if Empire is your favorite Star Wars movie.
Because and if you said Last Jedi is, then just go ahead and hit Alt F4.
That was rough. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Empire is the bee's knees, as they'd say, or as my friend would say, the cat's titties.
It's the fucking shit, mate. It's the fucking shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at those ones come out.
And
I know a lot of people will say that it's a tie between, because I've met a lot of people that say it's a tie between episode 3 and episode 5.
I've heard
episode 3.
It's a tie between episode 4 and episode 5.
See, that's for me. It is. It is tie for 4 and 5 for me. But 3 is underrated.
It is.
And I think
the thing is, it's like
Return of the Jedi too.
There's really not arguing which one's your favorite, which is of course something that all Star Wars fans
respect that, man.
Except for Leslie Headland, all Star Wars fans are kind of prepared to argue their point. The thing is like for most of us, we feel like the difference is so minuscule between 3 or 4 of these titles that it's really close. It's not like there's a clear winner and then the next one is just way the hell back. So for me, it's like it's Empire, but New Hope is right up there.
It is.
It's barely behind.
And then very closely
and I like
behind
Jedi too.
by Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And I like Jedi too, and then Sith, Revenge of the Sith as well. I like they're all really good. That
throne room scene in Return of the Jedi almost takes the #1 spot for me.
That's still my favorite lightsaber.
But it still goes
for sure.
It still goes Empire, Star Wars, and Jedi for me. But that throne room scene is still so close to Empire. It's the trilogy is just excellent, just amazing.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's a significant drop off between any of the titles at all. Each one of them have like their like great moment. I mean, of course, in Empire you have the father reveal and the fight between Vader and him, and Vader just like yanking shit off the wall and throwing it at him. That was really fucking cool to see.
Yeah, it was.
Jedi has its detractors because the cutesy teddy bear thing and things like that. But then you throw that.
Came out.
Yeah, me too, and and I've even seen the Ewok movies, but
me too.
That throne room battle scene and the redemption of Vader, it was, wow. How do you not like that? I mean, it was the finale of the whole adventure. So it's a huge moment. I mean, I see a couple of people in the chat. I see a couple of people in the chat referring to Revenge of the Sith, and I completely agree. Revenge of the Sith is still a great movie, but I'm just talking. If you had to put the original trilogy in a sequence of favorite to least favorite, what would it be? But also, too, you got to say that there wouldn't be that much in between them. Like they're so close to each other in regards to ranking that's what. Yeah. There's so many good things in that entire trilogy, and I love Revenge of the Sith. That final fight, I do, and I just love that movie. Yeah, Nina's correct. Empire has so many great reveals. It's got Yoda, introduction of Yoda, the Empire theme, the Emperor, next level. Then you have the reveal. Spoiler alert: that Vader is Luke's father. So there's so much going on in that movie. Might be some 16 or 17 year olds that haven't watched it out here. Well, welcome to the show. We talk about Star Wars every single week. Yeah, Tuesday for favorite model. If we don't talk about Star Wars, I ain't here. No, that's not true. Close. It's close to being true. See, Trey, I will say because Empire, I was really young. I mean, I barely remember it. And then, of course, I was only a few years older. I did rewatch the
original trilogy in theaters when it came out in the re-release for the special editions, but it's the same thing with a lot of people will say about that is that it's great to see it on the big screen, but it wasn't like an anticipation where you're going in to see something new. You're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? But yeah, the Revenge of the Sith, when we had to stand in line, we got our tickets, but we still had to stand in line to get in the theater, and it was packed. I mean, packed. And everybody was into it. I mean, you had Roman crying what happened with Anakin, the whole one thing. You were my brother, Anakin. It was just such a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
As Barry said,
it was
a 5.64 for me. Bobby Sue, you're absolutely right. Babu Frick is thick where it counts. Does anybody else with me that they want to throw Babu Frick in a fire when they see him? That's what I want to be.
They're probably going to do a spin-off TV series about Babu Frick.
Hey! Just maybe like splat him against the wall or something, like play catch with Babu Frick.
Baker. Luke, you are my nuts spawn.
It's the new toy. It's the new toy. They release toys that you can actually beat up and
Or like as he flies to the air, he's like hey, yeah.
If Luke and Vader was a little longer in the saber battle, and Jedi would beat the Empire easily. The saber battle was not as good in Jedi as it was in Empire.
As far as like technical, as far as like technical fight, I would agree, but the emotional weight, much bigger in Return of the Jedi for me. I mean, that moment where if perhaps she will, and where he just kind of like starts channeling the dark side, and you're going, great, he's going to be Vader, but he's going the wrong, he's going the wrong way to do it, and you're like, oh my God, especially seeing it for the first time, and there's just so much more emotional weight to the last fight than there was to the one previously in Empire.
I'm trying to line up. I'm actually trying to line up my arm. I got to get lower. Hold on. I need to move this way. There we go.
You need to be closer to the heads and everything too small.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bigger.
It's close enough.
Yeah, Runner, you're a youngin'. You're a youngin'. Paul Patriot, what are you talking about?
Man, can I just say, this week, I just want to say something. The week that we've had in regards to some of these successes for fandom and everything, and how happy it's made me, how happy I've been for you two, how happy I've been for Lethal and Ryan and Abu Nas and Fatal J and all these guys out there that have just been, they've just been so excited about this thing for so long. I just want to say to the people in our chat, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for, being here. Like we said, this is our 10th episode. We started this just off the cuff thinking, we were sitting in Discord and we talked for, I think the first time we spoke was 12 hours? No, it wasn't quite that long. Maybe 8 to 10 hours, something like, we were in there forever and we were talking and talking and talking. And by the end of it, we're like, man, we should have done this on a stream. It was just, we felt that it was, a good conversation and there was good chemistry and everything. And I just thank you all for being here every week, supporting the couple of donations that have come through tonight. My God, thank you so much. I can't even.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
It's incredible. The channels that we've got aren't monetized channels or anything like that. And to receive donations just for doing this show and speaking our word and entertaining you guys out there. It is truly humbling. And I just wanted to say thank you. I'm in a really good mood. And I just really, really, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
For being here every week and for everything.
I remember too, I was talking to these guys. We were actually in Ryan's Discord. And Ryan left. And we were all talking. And I think, Jedi 22, I think if I remember correctly, I was kind of wanting to do a drunk stream at first.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about maybe doing that on camera. And you were and at that time we were both drinking. So we're like, yeah, let's do it. And then you passed out and then Rhino came in after and we talked again the next day. We're like, why don't we just do a stream with just us three? And we all kind of just agreed to it. And yeah, it just worked out really well. And the fact that you guys show so much support to us What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry. I'm just recalling that night that I jumped back in Discord, and Lost Jedi was that drunk.
He said that I gave you 3 followers when you came in, and then all of a sudden he was gone.
And me and Jeff just started talking for a bit, and then we're like, "Oh, you Lost Jedi. You haven't said anything for a while. What do you think?" And nothing. He was still in there, but he had passed out. And we were talking for hours, and he was passed out for hours. Oh, so good. Sorry, I was just recalling that night, and it just made me laugh. It was very funny.
There's some Rhino Milk in the chat, guys. Got some
Rhino milk. I just thank you. Thanks for the Rhino Milk.
Yes,
you're just not going to let me forget that, are you?
Never. It burnt into my brain. It was just that funny. Oh man. Oh, so good.
In my defense, I was drinking like Cecil levels of fucking
whiskey. I was drinking that night too. I had like 16 beers or something shit like that.
I knocked down a bottle.
Yeah, you took out a bottle. I mean, it was a long night, but it turned into something great. So I'm cool with that. I mean, I remember the next day I looked in my recycling and I was like, 16 beers? What the fuck? And like half of them were like craft beers and stuff, so they're all higher percentage. I think I remember running out of the craft beer and I started on Yuengling. So because I had a ton of Yuengling cans in the fridge that I hadn't had, like that I had left over from a cabin trip we had back in that August. Check Twitter. Nina Infinity says she tagged us in something.
Okay. Yeah, I've just seen it.
Oh my God, Raging Wonder Woman! I have to read that. That's awesome, Raging Wonder Woman. That's awesome, Nina. Thank you for that. Please, thank you much.
Even just those things, like the little things, like the memes that get made and stuff.
I know,
man. I just love. It's so much fun, and being a part of the community. Everybody gets a good laugh out of it. You know, I just love it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
You got to send me a link to the actual background image so then I can take you and I out of it and it's just Raging and Wonder Woman.
Do your magic. Do your magic.
But yeah, it's like you were saying though, Rhino, this turned into something that I look forward to all the time. Like my week, if I'm having a bad week or things are not going right for me or something like that, I'm like, oh well, I've got this stream to look forward to. Of course, if my wife ends up watching this, it doesn't mean that I don't mean that other things in my life are but I'm looking forward to other things too. I'm just saying this.
I love you too, honey.
Yeah, it's just it's just been something that is really kind of taken off, and the support we've got from everybody else, like from Ryan and from Mary and tons of other people out there. All you guys in the chat, everybody who's been here, people who joined the Discord, and people who subscribed, and it's been awesome to see. It really, 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 really is. Yeah, they're really great. Wait, to have double digits. Oh, Apollo, if you can do that, Apollo, if you can do what you just said, okay. If you can do what you just said, then I will literally be in awe.
Oh, okay.
Well, you have enough Dave Filoni arms, so I'll probably do it. So, yeah.
I don't know. Do you have like an image of like Filoni's nips?
See, I wouldn't be surprised if he just has regular nipples in like his.
Like, yeah, where's my transparent nipple picture?
Yeah, you guys with the memes too. Holy crap! Yeah. So by the way, somebody else did one. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I can open this damn picture. On Twitter, work. There we go. We share the screen.
Why is it requiring me to like approve LOL? It's so stupid.
What?
Did that become an alt-right dog whistle? LOL? Like I had to approve according to Christie's message where she's like, she added Nina and the message is LOL and it needed approval.
So stunning, so brave. So stunning.
Oh dear.
So Raging Woman, so stunning, so brave. Thank you, Runner. Thank you very much for that. I saw that I was tagged by him, like, uh-oh. And I saw the Raging Woman, so stunning, so brave. I'm like, I wonder what that is. And he put it in the Discord too. Good. If you guys aren't part of our Discord, it's starting to get a lot more active lately. And if you want to see amazing memes from Senate, from Runner Studios, and from Apollo Patriot, they do them on the daily. And it's just, when I get an alert and it's just an image.
What is that?
That's you.
Welcome back.
That's funny.
Yeah, Christy. Yeah. Oh, thanks for being here, Christy. Sorry about your stream getting pulled. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Pale in these photos. It's got to be the lighting. Pale people. Look. I'm not that pale. I'm pretty much full wog. What am I saying? Half wog. I got olive skin.
Explain what you just said.
What?
You're what? You're half what?
Wog.
What is that?
I have no idea what that means.
Okay. So a wog is a Western Oriental gentleman. It was basically a slur on like Italians, Greeks, Macedonians and stuff when they migrated to Australia. And it's kind of I don't want to say like it's kind of a bit like the N-word in regards to only wogs are really able to use it.
Really?
Sort of thing. Like it's ridiculous because I don't care if I get called a wog by an Aussie. But yeah. It's the light. I'm telling you, it's the light.
Yeah, it's the light. Yeah.
What happens if I do this? Hold on.
That's weird, Christy, that we can't at you in the chat.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and like I look at participants, and it's not listing everybody. And
yeah, like, are we ghosted? Are we ghosted?
I don't know. Apparently, like Nina, I'm sorry, but like your name is like requires approval. If people at you, it's weird.
That's so freaking weird.
Yeah, chat's behaving a little weird. Not the people in the chat, but like because it says like there's 25 people watching in this, and when you go to participants, and it's like, oh, now it's updated a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's in the subscription feed because that's super weird. I get all the recommendations and stuff. Like,
Bale deserves more respect, people.
Oh yeah, it's in the sub feed, so we're not ghosted.
All right, well, it seems to be better now. I can add Christy now.
I don't understand what we're even talking about.
Oh, in the chat when you actually at somebody to talk to them directly.
Christy, I had to approve you saying it's because I'm fabulous. Like YouTube hates you. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve this.
I can't add her.
Thanks, Bobby Sue.
It's so weird.
Nina's working for me.
Yeah, it's so freaking weird, man.
Soji. They're all working. Why isn't it according to Christy?
Oh yeah, so Soul Assassin. I know you stopped in earlier, but I forgot to say hi to you too. How you doing, man?
Yeah.
I look over and like every time Bobby makes a comment, somebody has to improve it. Mm-hmm. It's just bad words, people. It's not harming anything. Jesus.
You should be able to just like click one button as the host and be able to.
I know. Yeah, like a specific person is okay for their comments. Yeah, like it's ridiculous. By the way, the right now the poll 18-4 Lando.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
It's a Lando slide.
Slaughter.
It's a Lando slide.
Like I said, Bale deserves more respect than that. Like
you goddamn Pando lovers.
He did so much.
It says OT Lando next to his name. Get it right.
Yeah, Bale, like on screen, he's not a very charismatic person. So I expected Lando to win and probably win somewhat handily, but like me personally, it's like as far as importance to everything that happened, Bail Organa is a crucial figure in all the events that take place with the rebellion. He was one of the founding members. He committed his resources of his planet to the construction and of the rebellion fleet. He's He did a lot more than Lando did, although, Lando's cooler.
Lando would smash that.
Bobby, don't stop. Don't stop.
Yeah, never stop, Bobby. Do not at all, please. At all.
No, I mean, like, if people are like, guys, it's not a big deal for us to click approve. It's just funny that
yourself,
it's just
damn it. Don't
what we're having to approve.
You. Yeah, be yourself.
It's not like we're going to lose our Coca-Cola endorsement, based on our chat.
By the way, according to Christy, is he in the chat? I'm putting a link to her channel, so please go subscribe to her too. She does some really awesome live streams too. The Walmart ones are freaking hilarious.
Just laughs you'll ever hear.
Oh my God, I know that's true. Yes, very much so.
Those Walmart streams are so disturbing but funny at the same time. I don't know if they usually go by they do a whole state. I didn't catch this last one, so I don't know what state they did today.
Oh yeah. I'll have to read. Like a poll. I can't.
Well, it got taken down, so I don't think we can go. I don't think we can see it.
I think she said it was back up.
Oh really? Okay, good.
You're welcome, Christy. You're welcome. Thanks for coming by. Like I said, I'm really, really sorry about your stream. That's stupid.
Yeah. What state did you do today, Christy?
Yeah, we're all just sitting here waiting for her to answer.
I want to know.
The delay and no one says anything because they're just waiting for the answer.
I mean, it's just kind of like a fun idea for a stream. I mean, it was like, hey, what can we do for a stream? We'll go through all these.
Look how you feel from Walmart. Oh, should be
Massachusetts. Oh, dear.
There's the answer. That's how long it took.
Massachusetts, hell to the yeah. Adrian, it's back. Nina says it's back up to you, so we can go watch it.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Good. I can't wait to watch it again.
That's gonna be great. Yeah, definitely subscribe to Christy, please, guys. She's a great channel.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten a chance to go see those Walmart streams,
it's so much fun to watch.
We'll have to get Christy on sometime, and maybe
definitely.
Of course.
Oh yeah, I definitely Nina's on the list for sure, and Christy is too. I've got a list of people. The reason we had our panel that we had tonight was because of the Snyder stuff, because I wanted to get those guys on here.
I wanted them on too. I just wanted to congratulate them. And again, I'm so happy. Like this smile that I've got right now is more because of what's happened this week because of that. And again, it just gives me hope that, for other fans, other parts of, different fandoms have hope. We actually have something to go, okay, they got listened to. There's a chance. As small as the chance is that they could listen to us in regards to Star Wars at some fucking point. It brings that out. And, I can't be happier for these people. Honestly, like Abu Nas and Fatal, like, I was a little bit shattered that I wasn't able to make it onto John's thing. But then when I found out that Fatal wasn't going on, I was actually hoping to catch up with Fatal and go, man, congratulations. Like, it's so good. I don't know. That's the one thing that right now, I'm not really caring about Star Wars. I'm more happy about that. And I have no investment in the Snyder Cut. I don't give two shits about it. But what it did.
Yeah. Quick thing too is Nina was on Shenanigans tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think usually she takes Shenanigans.
Oh yeah,
down.
She does take Shenanigans down. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm a Patreon, so I can I can go watch it after the fact. That's usually what I do because trying to get ready for this show at the tail end of it. And honestly, like my favorite part of the shows are the improvs because those can be just insane. So I usually end up catching on the Patreon.
By the way, Runner, I have not watched the new Tenet trailer yet. I'm actually going to, when I get back home from this trip, I want to do a reaction to it because I'm really excited about that because Nolan's a great director. And the little thing we saw before, I mean, it's really, and looks like a great cast too. It's got Robert Pattinson is in it too. But yeah, I mean, I'm waiting to get back from this trip that I'm on and then I'll do that. And then, I forgot about that. In Abu Dhabi, recognized by AT&T with his rap. With his rap, yeah. Oh no, he's got the Babu Frick meme. Holy shit!
Apollo.
Oh my god. So, Trey Courtney, I'm going to really address this real quick. I think also the fact that Henry Cavill came on Snyder's watch party was a big indication, because we all know that back in November, when the big push at the Justice League anniversary, a whole week they had a push specific things every day, and then they had the last day that was a huge push for release the Snyder Cut movement. I don't think he was the one who didn't say anything. He didn't tweet it out. He didn't talk about it on his Facebook page. And I think people were all over him about it. Unfortunately, some people were negative about what was happening, that he didn't say anything about it. But then also, he was still working with Warner Brothers, and he hadn't been cast as Superman, or he hadn't been recast as Superman, or his talks were still going on. So he had a lot to lose by saying something about Snyder's stuff, and then let's say that they never were for it. They were against it from behind the scenes completely. I'm sure his agent was like, we probably need to keep our mouths shut a little bit, just in case we get some talks and he coming back for Superman. So I understand why he didn't talk about that at all. But I do think him coming back and being on the stream and actually being more in the talk about the Snyder Cut stuff, I do think he will come back as Superman. I do. The fans want it. Even people who didn't like the DCU stuff still acknowledge that he did a good job as Superman.
He's one of the best. In my eyes, he's
good.
one of the best people to play Superman. He is perfect.
And another comment here I want to address with Nina here with Ezra.
Yeah.
Think about this though for just a second. I watched a video from somebody. It might have been it was either Film Gob or Film Junkie or one of the guys. No, I think it was Chris. If it was Chris Wong. Snyder is good at casting. We didn't see a lot. There was a lot of stuff that cut out from the Flash in film. Snyder cast people for a specific reason. Maybe we didn't see the reason he cast Ezra because of the stuff they cut out. So
maybe I think we're definitely not going to have I think I would expect in the Snyder Cut.
I do agree to an extent, though.
I've never thought I just push people.
Yeah, I think that was weak.
I think it was the joke. So I think it was the dialogue that made him less
and then
of
the
a
whole
Flash.
Well, he's a shit person. I mean, he's a piece of garbage person, honestly.
Yeah.
But
I understand. Yeah, I don't like him either, really. But yeah, it's just
there's a lot of actors that have played that are shitty people that I still like their movies they're in. I mean, but there are some that if they're in it, I'm not going to go see it. There's just I don't know what the threshold. I mean, it's just kind of it's a subjective thing. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what the definitive line is for me to not be able to separate the actor and the character. But
Jedi, like he has to go. Thanks for stopping by. You're always here and you're always supporting us. We really appreciate everything you do. So have a good night, and we'll see you next time. And thanks for leaving comments on my videos too. I appreciate that too. You guys, I love when you guys do that, when you actually kind of get engaged. I love that. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. We're glad to see you here. Yeah, as much of an asshole Ezra Miller is, we got to see Snyder's Flash. See, that's the thing too. I wonder how much of it was actually Snyder's Flash that we saw. We know there was one scene specifically that was reshot that he didn't even that he did, which is weird. He's such a how he is in his real life, fight the patriarchy kind of guy. But then to shoot the scene where he falls into Wonder Woman's boobs, the fact that she refused to shoot that scene. It was her stunt double. You would think just a guy like that would not do that.
Juvenile moment from a juvenile writer director. I think that's I've never been a Joss fan.
Yeah,
but
be respectful, Frosty, please.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Be respectful, or you're gone, dude. Please be respectful.
So there's a couple of things you're saying there, mate. That's just
not
man.
Okay. You need to chill with that.
You need to pull that back in, or else get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, Andrew. Oh yeah, she's kind of rude. I don't think so, buddy. You need to chill with that shit.
There's nothing wrong with her having an opinion about Ezra Miller and the shit that he did when he did what he did. There's nothing wrong with that, and you're now giving her shit about her. I don't want to get into it. Just be
Beta Miller. That's a good one. Yeah, that was an Age of Ultron thing, wasn't it? the boob thing. Yeah, well, didn't that happen? That happened to Scarlet Witch too in Age of Ultron, right? Where a character fell into her chest.
I don't remember.
You're welcome. Nick. You deserve way better than that. That's bullshit.
Sorry, yeah, I'm lost on where that just pissed me off. Then
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Andrew. This Frosty needed a slap. Let's see, because I can only put him in timeout. I don't know how to actually Oh no, I can hide the user on the channel.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just not. That's just.
I mean, we dealt with it. Let's just move on.
I don't even want the respect. Just get out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't need that shit here.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw it happen, and I'm like, maybe he'll calm down, and he just didn't. So I was like, yeah, bye-bye. I mean, he's been trolling since he got here. I mean, he wasn't saying anything stupid until now. It's just, don't be pulling that kind of shit. Or you're out
anyway,
here.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Where were we? What were we talking about?
Oh, we were talking about Nina made me comment here. She likes Grant Gustin as Flash. I kind of wish we could have him as Flash in Justice League. So I do like Grant Gustin in the role. I would bulk him up a little bit, in all honesty, because I mean, but the thing is too, though, I've seen a lot of arguments against that. Is he has to eat so many calories as the Flash to consume those calories because he burns so many calories that he would be that thin. So it does make sense. But CW Flash needs a pep talk every episode, Trey Courtney said. But if he came into Snyderverse and we had him as an actor in that, he would probably be a different character. He would probably play it a little bit differently, and he wouldn't have that, You're right. It's like the Flash is the Flash, but he's like, all his friends be like, Flash, you got this. Come on. You can do it this time. It's like, okay, we get it. You don't have to tell him every time. But yeah, I do like him as an actor. I really do. He's one of the bright spots of the CW. Of course, him and Arrow, which they killed him off, unfortunately, but he was also a shining star of that. And season 1 and 2 of Arrow, in my opinion, was the best thing that ever done on CW.
I never watched Arrow. Is it obvious? Is it worth watching? Obviously, it is.
The first 2 seasons are really, really good, and it kind of drops off a little bit,
right?
And then, of course, you get into what they're doing now, where it all kind of goes together, and they did this stupid Infinite Crisis arc, which is not really Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's just a ripoff of the comic series of that, and they did a really bad job of this. The effects were really bad. They shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Arrow is. I just don't know why they would get rid of that character. And then, of course, the new Arrow is a woman. It's his daughter. Oh, by the way, I apologize that I didn't say spoiler alert before I said that they killed Arrow. But yeah.
So fuck now.
Yeah, I apologize about that. But I mean, the thing is, though, it's not going back to worth watching. The first 2 seasons were so good. Yeah. Second season with Deathstroke, with Manu Bennett played Deathstroke in season 2. He was so good in that role. And then they come back with season 3 with Ra's al Ghul, where they actually said it right, but it still didn't matter. It was just really weird. Yeah, they killed Arrow from Crisis on Infinite Earth. They also killed off the only time that Kevin Conroy got to play Batman in live action. And they cucked him and made him an asshole murderer, and then killed him.
They also shit on Smallville Superman too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that was I was really into Smallville. I never got into Arrow. And then I started watching, The Flash and, Supergirl. And I was into those at first. And then I was just, then Supergirl went full TDS, and then I just dropped it all. I'm like,
it was bad.
I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend the CW channel doesn't exist on my TV. And I was happier. I wasn't even considering these crossovers when they do these, because this isn't the last one wasn't the first time they did these crossover events between all the shows.
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea. It's fun if you're into every one of those shows. It sucks if you're into just a couple of those shows because you feel like you're really missing out. they don't factor in that, like, hey, somebody might be watching The Flash but doesn't watch any of the other shows. So trying to follow what's going on when they cross over into the Flash's world or the Arrow's world or whatever, like who all these other characters are, it's not an enjoyable. It's like if you're not fully invested in like the whole universe, it's just not entertaining.
Well,
it's hard to follow.
Like they said, like this comic's perfect. Evil Batman made no sense. They only did it to try to put Ruby Rose's Batwoman on a pedestal. It's because the fact that I don't hear a lot of outrage about this too is of course not many people watch the CW stuff.
No.
So people are caught wind of it. Like Mahler, they watch it, of course, and they were all like, "How are people not talking about this? They just did him dirty." Like,
because nobody
just don't understand. Why would he agree to that though?
Yeah, just to do it. I
guess.
I think people are able to separate the whole CW world as its own
WB stuff.
Separate thing, and they don't take it very seriously.
Andrew, thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate when you're here. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Hell.
Yeah. And then they've got the new Superman coming out from the CW next year. It's like that guy's like they cucked him hardcore in Supergirl and in Infinite Crisis. Oh, so bad.
It's like right off the bat, as soon as Superman was involved in Supergirl, it was like she like one-upped him and like saved the day, and then even he's like, "Oh, you're better than I am already," and it was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Like,
yeah, I'm on season 5 right now, onto that 100. I really like it. Really like it. Also, CW's not all bad; they have Supernatural as well. So Supernatural's a really good show compared to everything else on CW. It's like its own thing. The 100's up there too. Sorry to cut you off, last Jedi. Sorry about that, man.
No, it's fine. I watched Steph's and Ryan's stream about the 100 show, and I'm just like, I'm lost. I'm out. Because they're watching like am I right? Is it like another zombie apocalypse kind of a scenario?
No.
It's really lost.
It's different. It's completely different. No, it's not. It's nothing like that at all. It's basically nuclear weapons go off and everybody's now living in space, and it's been like 100 years, and I think it's been 100 years, something like that. And then they send the 100 kids that have been locked up in juvie, like their version of juvenile, like juvenile detention, all the ones that act out, and then they send them back to Earth to see if it's habitable.
Oh, so it's apocalyptic, but not zombie.
Not zombies, no. And
gotcha.
It's. I think it's really good. I really do. Me and my wife watch it.
Hey, if you like it, go for it.
Supernatural. It's like,
yeah, I just couldn't.
This was Supernatural's last season, Casberries. This was their last season. This was season 15. Was their last one. 15 seasons of Supernatural.
I think I watched. I think I watched the first 2 seasons of Supernatural.
I won't spoil it. I'm sorry.
Fell off the bandwagon.
I won't spoil it. I won't.
I couldn't get in. That's another show I just couldn't get into, and I was like, and I didn't hate it or anything. I was just like, oh, this isn't my kind of thing. And it had like Jensen Ackles is like, I knew his character from Smallville, and I'm like, I hate that guy.
Yeah, I remember seeing him too after being on Smallville. I'm like, but after like 1 or 2 episodes, you don't even remember that character on Smallville at all. Not even once. He'll be Dean Winchester.
I realized, that, of course, but like it was just, at the time I was like, I'm not going to get into another show. It was like I was kind of getting out of a TV phase where I just like stopped really watching regular shows. There was a couple that I continued to watch, that I were kind of stuck into, and they've been on for so long. It's like, well, I can't leave now.
Yeah,
I got to finish it. I got to see it through to the end. But then I don't want to get invested in another one.
Yeah, Casper's. The thing is, they were supposed to end after 5 seasons, or they had their entire arc written out for 5 seasons for Supernatural, and they ended, and the big storyline ended. I'm not going to spoil anything or talk about it, but then season 6 starts, and you start realizing where they're going with it, and you're like, wow, they just went in a completely different direction. But season 6 actually turned out to be one of my favorite seasons, and it came out on the heels of people saying they're going to be lost. What they're going to do is we have no idea, because they completely ended their entire season 1 to season 5 arc that built from the very first episode and ended with the end of season 5. So, yeah, to go in and actually continue to be fresh. There's a couple of seasons after, I think it was like 8, maybe 10. They're a little rough, but they were still good. That the main villain in that season wasn't great, but still, it was still good. I still recommend it. I really do. It was one of those ones that never really went woke. They had a few lines here and there, but other than that, they didn't do a lot of that stuff. So it's still worth watching. I think so.
What's that mean? Smallville had feelings from
yeah, I watched Smallville for a while, and I mostly watch it because
he's my favorite Lex for sure that I've seen on screen.
Yeah, I watched it for Michael Rosenbaum. I grew up where he lived. I knew him. I hung out with him quite a bit back when we were younger. He's a good dude, and I watched it because he was on it, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is the show he's going to be on. And I fell in love with it for a while, but like then when he got to see past season 5 and 6, and it's like, okay, is he going to be in the suit? What are we doing here? We're just going to continue going. He's going to be Clark, but he's going to be with the Justice League. He's going to Doomsday.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it needed to. He needed to progress into Superman earlier, or they just needed to end the show earlier, and I would have been fine with that. But the first couple seasons would really hook me, and that was again, it was a show that was like, well, I'm going to see you through it to the end, and I thought the finale was.
Is it like decent. They said on Big Bang Theory when like you had to wait like 10 seasons or something to see a man that you knew fly?
Yeah. As himself, yes. I think he flew earlier when he wasn't himself necessarily, or he was on red kryptonite or something like that, or he was kind of being controlled by somebody else. He flew. But never, right. He didn't put on the suit and the cape until the finale episode, and that was really just kind of CGI. So you never really.
Well, he didn't want to wear it. Trey Corney brought the fact he didn't. He refused to wear the suit. He didn't want to wear it.
That was a thing from the original showrunners, were like no tights, no flights.
I'm sorry,
but they said after a certain season, they were like they went ahead and allowed him to do it. They were like, if you guys
tell me you don't want to wear the suit. Yeah. Tell me you don't. Tell me.
Why would you not want to wear the suit?
Who wouldn't want to wear the suit?
You're going to be fucking Superman.
I'm sorry, but...
Well, and it's not like he didn't have like the build for it. I mean, he was a pretty big dude, pretty, muscular dude. Like he could have. He wanted to keep it more Smallville, and Smallville was a show that, was a lot of freak of the week kind of shows. And, but I think it's so far on screen. It's the best Lex I've seen. I mean, far and above, and I like the Snyder Universe to tail it back into there, but I really was not a fan of Eisenberg's Lex Luthor.
It's the same argument with Man of Steel that it's not, we're not seeing the Lex we know yet, the beginnings of that. It's just like Superman and Man of Steel. He's Superman for one effing day. They didn't call the movie Superman, they called him Man of Steel. He wasn't Superman yet.
Right, and I think, and that's fine, but like the creepy Jolly Rancher scene could have done without. Like that was just kind of bizarre. It's just weird. Like, okay, I mean, it's like I know a lot of people are Donner fans.
Are you talking about Man of Steel? Which scene are you saying could have done with that?
No, it was BVS. The scene where he's talking to one of his people, I guess, on the executive board or the senators or something. And he starts sticking Jolly Ranchers in his mouth, like when he's like talking down to him. Now, to be honest, so I know a lot of people are Donner fans and everything, but let's not pretend that I like Gene Hackman. He's fantastic actor. Has done a lot of great work, but that really wasn't Lex Luthor either. I mean, he was not like that. Was not Lex Luthor. That was he wasn't running. Where was LexCorp? There was no LexCorp. There was no none of that was in there. I mean, people have selective memories when they take a look at Man of Steel and they're knocking for this, that, and that, and it's like they don't really remember. It's like it's like this killing Zod thing. It'd be like, what Superman turned him into a human, crushed his hand, threw him across the room into a chasm with no bottom. Pretty sure he didn't. I'm pretty sure, and he did it very casually, like, see you later, dude, and just killed him. Like he killed Zod in Superman 2. Zod's dead.
Yeah, Dean Cain would have worn the suit again. That's right. He wore it. Yeah, I didn't remember. I didn't remember watching Lois and Clark. I watched a little bit.
I haven't seen the.
True. Yeah, his plans were dumb.
Yeah, awful.
Is it the Ultimate?
It's like
edition?
the one from Returns.
I haven't seen the Ultimate Edition of.
Real quick, Nina's got to run. She says, "Didn't realize how late it was. Love you, toxic males. Thanks for having me back. Take care, Nina. Thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate you being here, and we can't wait to have you on our stream soon."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Bye. Go ahead and continue. You were talking about the Ultimate Cut of BVS.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so it's a different movie. The same thing that happened. They did him wrong.
How can I get a copy of that? Just go on
the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy it. Yeah, buy it.
It's out there for sale. It was released. It wasn't. The thing was, is that one wasn't. That was more of a traditional director's cut scenario than the Snyder cut for Justice League, because like Snyder still put out his movie. The studio cut it down for runtime and things like that, which took a lot. They cut it and
re-edited it too. Yes.
Yeah, which took a lot of the context out, but it was. I would classify it more of a traditional director's cut than a redo. Like, and again, this is they do this all the time with director's cuts. They did it like, has anybody seen the director's cut or the long version of The Abyss?
Mm-hmm.
The James Cameron movie where it's like freaking like twice as long. Way different movie, right? I mean, and that was. Like they've been doing that kind of stuff for a long time. This isn't like people are, like, oh, this is a bad precedent. I guess only because this time it's the fans demanding it instead of the studios just doing it on their own. It's a bad precedent, I guess. But let's not pretend that like Abyss is a good example. Very different movie from the theatrical cut. Like very different. The whole ending is way different.
Right.
Much better. But like if you didn't like the movie initially, I don't know if you'd like that one either, but
I didn't mind it initially. Like again, I like that movie. One of those things where I'm a normie when it comes to this. Don't get me wrong. I grew up with Superman, and Superman was probably my favorite superhero. But
yeah, I don't know something.
I
means we're making it. We're worthy of getting trolls and bots. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a few in there.
Yeah.
I think it's same person on an alt account.
Yeah, that's what it is. Never heard of that by doing that.
Just if you're gonna be, all we ask for is you just be respectful. You can say what you want. You can have your opinions. It can be different from each other. Be respectful.
Be respectful, especially to being like that to Nina. That was just awful.
Yeah. And Nina, she's a sweetheart. Like she didn't deserve shit like that. Doesn't deserve shit. No one deserves shit like that.
Nope. Yeah, we made it. All the bots are here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you guys are consistently here every week. You guys have been freaking just like Bobby, Subhuman, Trey Courtney, Runner. I mean, everybody that are here. Like, I love that we have this consistent group of people here. Apollo, of course, too. I mean, I'm sure I forget everybody's names, but yeah, all you guys that are here every week.
You know who you are.
Yeah,
you're all the people that are here.
Yeah, you're the ones that you're the reason we do this, because it might have been a Raylo. Apollo says it probably was a Raylo.
They are weird.
I mean, you drink 3P as a Raylo now, so you never know. They pop up everywhere. So he's got blue butterflies all over his fucking Twitter feed. Which meme were you talking about, Apollo? Which one? You did?
Man,
you put
he sent that many. It'll be the one that he sent. It'll be the next one.
He's got a new one. Oh, the Bobby Frick meme.
Oh yeah, no, we saw that one.
Yeah,
saw that
11:33. So you're on 11:33. It's 2:34 where I am.
It's 4:34 in the afternoon where I am.
So you're there. I was gonna say it's afternoon for you, man.
Yeah. Middle of the afternoon.
Shellback's there. I wonder if you've been lurking there, Shellback. It's good to see you, though, man. It's good to see you. Always.
I'm not here. Shellback, thank you.
John 3PO. Seattle. Okay. I bet. Yeah, I always want to go out to Washington, the state of Washington too. I heard it's just. I've seen seen pictures of it. It looks gorgeous, but never been on the West Coast. So never been on the West Coast. In my 40s, and I've been on the West Coast. What's that say? I've been to Canada, I've been to Mexico, but never been to the West Coast.
1:34 a.m.
Yeah. Have you been to the West Coast, Lost Jedi?
Just once. I was went to San Diego, LA area. I went down there to see my brother graduate from boot camp.
Oh, nice.
So got to see the ceremony and everything there. Spent most of the time in San Diego, which is beautiful. Only really spent about a day in LA. Didn't go to Disney. Went to Universal, which was awesome because they still had the Back to the Future ride, and then they had the Backdraft attraction. That was fun. But nightmare fucking traffic. I couldn't live there.
Oh yeah. Trey says he's in shitty California.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel for you guys out there. The fact that you can't, they're just can keep extending everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
But you see, Michigan just extended their thing too.
Yep. Yes, I did, and I'm literally right near the border of Michigan. So, yeah. I think John Talks he's from Michigan, so I feel for them too. It's stupid. It's the Democratic state. It's the Democratic-run states that are ones that are locking down. I know this is a
dam that bloody burst there or something.
Really? I don't know.
Well, yeah, because they got a lot of rain and flooding and everything. There was some flooding issues in Michigan, not related to the extension of rain.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you like it out there, Bobby. I'm glad you like it out there.
I'm a Midwest guy.
Me too. Trey said I'm in LA. The only good thing here is the weed. Right on. Bobby Madison, just west of you. Yeah, I need to go out the West Coast. I have relatives live in Nevada that I've never visited out there. They've been out to where I live, but I've never been to where they live. So it's my dad's brother and his kids, and yeah, their kids. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, you're in Texas, Apollo? I was wondering.
What is that?
There's Preston.
There's
Preston. Preston Pooper.
Preston Pooper.
The sex shops have a great selection where I live. I'm sure they do, Preston.
Look at that pig.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, I did hear that. Cooper. So that would be really cool. I would be down for that, actually. I would really, really be down for that. But the thing is, are we going to stay there for 6 weeks? Or is he going to wait till they've all come out and then watch them together? Since it's going to be most likely going to be an episodic. Yeah, because I think they're going to do it put it out in episodes for probably 6 weeks. But yeah, from what I'm hearing behind the scenes from other people that are reporting on this stuff, has been reporting on since the beginning, that they're going to start from his assembly cut and work forward. His assembly cut was 4.5 hours long. So a lot of stuff. Well, they made him cut it down because, well, he had the 3-hour cut ready to go. You got to cut it down because we don't want 2 hours, and you got to cram everything into this one because we don't want a part 2. It's just yeah.
And I think that was. That was a mistake from the get-go, is just not allowing the two things and trying to pare it down into one. And I think it's like whatever the right decision is, the studios go backwards. It'd be so for things like the Hunger Game, they split that one into 2. And for things like Rise of Skywalker, which really, to repair Last Jedi and have a good story, you needed to do 2 movies there to fix it. It needed to be a 4-movie run.
Yeah.
To even have a chance to repair the damage.
Okay.
But the Harry Potter, they split those 2, the last book into 2 movies. It's like they split it when they shouldn't and combine them and ram it all together when they should. Yeah. It's like whatever, but just do the opposite of whatever the executives are telling.
How they just released the whole 4 hours, I'd watch that. Yeah, me too, man. I'm wondering what the runtime is going to end up being, especially if they're going to cut it into an episodic series, like make it in episodes. It's probably going to be close to that. It's going to have to be.
It might be. It'd be interesting to see it as an episode, and like I hope they don't. I really want them then if they do that. I prefer just to see the whole thing all at once.
Yeah.
But if they are going to split it, don't split it and then dump it all on the same day. Spread it out like they did with the Mandalorian. Make people make it a 6-week event. So you got to from a business perspective, make people at least get a 2-month subscription in order to watch it all. It would make the sense to me that you're going to get the most of your money.
Yeah, of course.
Because I assume they're going to have some sort of a free watch time, and it doesn't stop people from binging it a month later. But for those of us who want it right now, and would buy it right now, if it existed fully done, spread it out, make us pay. I guess we wanted it, we're willing to pay for it. Make us pay.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And I have no issues with that. I think that's that's good business, and I don't feel like I'm getting screwed over or taken advantage of there. I asked for it. This is what I told you what I wanted to buy. You made it. Good. Here's my money. Thank you.
Bobby, it is filmed already, by the way. It's already filmed. They have to go in, they have to finish effects on it. He's gonna have to do
score. They gotta figure out if they're going to split it into episodes. They got to figure out how they're going to split it.
I don't think anybody
pacing wise.
I don't think. Well, there might have been a few, but I don't think there were too many of the people that were flying the release the Snyder Cut flag that actually believed that it was 100% complete.
No. There's a cut of the movie though. The thing is, he shot his movie except for he finished principal photography. They did a screening with Warner Brothers. That's when then the tragedy happened. Then he left. And at that point, you start getting into post-production. If you have to do reshoots for specific scenes, or you have to do reshoots because it doesn't work in a shot you did, and you're like, I need to retool this scene completely, and then you reshoot the scene, because that happens in every movie. People hear reshoots, and you go, oh my God, reshoots. It happens in every movie. But they didn't get to that point. That's why the Martian Manhunter stuff wasn't shot yet with that.
I think
his name.
I can't remember his name. I think people mix up. I think people mix up reshoots and pickups. I think are a little bit different. I think people
use pickup shoots. What you say? Pickups.
People use reshoots for everything, and it's for most movies, it's just pickups. It's this scene didn't quite, the audio wasn't quite right, or this shot doesn't work. We can't do much with it because there's the lighting wasn't good. Or didn't match up to the other scenes for little tiny reasons, or maybe they wanted to change the dialogue a little bit, the way they edited the movie. Those are pickups. Those are, I guess they're a form of reshoots, but it's not a major overhaul of the movie. When somebody says reshoots, I'm thinking you're changing massive parts of it. I think big, Rogue One was reshoots. Solo was reshoots. Justice League was reshoots. I mean, it's got to be, it's got to be big. It's got to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Runner says, isn't Junkie XL score done? I believe most of it, but if they're going to do this as a series, they're going to have to probably come in and rescore some stuff and change it up a little bit. And if they're adding scenes, he's going to have to score those scenes. So they're going to have to go in and just make sure everything is.
It's going to be more just remixing the existing score rather than writing new stuff, usually, but it still has to be remixed and re-put together, because it's got to, a good score matches the action that's going on in the scene. It's not just music playing in the background.
Yeah.
It's got to the highs got to match the highs. And I mean, I'm a big musical score person. It really can make or break a movie for me. And if if the music isn't conveying the right emotion for the scene, it just is off-putting. I think an example of that was I think by and large, there's some good themes in the MCU movies, but the scores have been pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
They're just very kind of generic elevator music to me, instead of something that really makes a scene epic. Now, occasionally you get the swell and you get the Avengers main theme music, when Thor enters Wakanda, that's a moment, and that's fine. But the other stuff in the background for the other scenes doesn't work. But I like a big bombastic score. I like something like a Back to the Future where it's so loud and so powerful, kind of in your face that I'm not going to hum the theme or anything, but you know what? It's an iconic.
I know what you mean.
Musical score. Yeah, that makes the difference.
Yeah, it does. It really, really, really does. I mean, think about Man of Steel. How good the film is.
Oh, I love the score to that movie.
To it, and you're like, okay, this is another level now. It's another level. Yeah.
Yeah. The steel guitars and
yes. Yeah. 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 The MCU scores. The thing is, they didn't think that stuff through. But the thing is, they started. It wasn't Feige overlooking everything and doing this and that. It was from the beginning. He didn't start that till like Civil War or a little after. So it was, all of it was kind of like they were kind of trying to figure out what to do, where to go from there, and like the Thor themes didn't carry over to each movie.
I think it really, the director really has a lot to do with the score and how big of an influence it is in the movies. I think a Lucas, Spielberg, Snyder, they understand, and like you watch their movies, and I would say, what's his name? It did like the Batman trilogy, Nolan. Like they understand like how big of an impact the score to the movie is, and they work really close with those composers to get it to feel right. And I think other directors kind of think of it as just kind of something like, it's like the costume department. It's it's there, it has to be there, but like I'm not going to focus too much on it. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of let him do the score. It's not a big deal. Whereas it's like a Spielberg and a Lucas and everything, they really, it's a character in the movie.
It is.
And directors treat it like a character in the movie, which it really shows in the end result.
Well, think about this for a second. If you've watched the Justice League theatrical cut, in the beginning, where Wonder Woman comes in to beat those bad guys to save, them bombing that bank.
It's her theme music, yeah.
It's her theme, but it's Danny Elfman's version of it. It's like me. It's like really light and fluffy instead of the harder hitting theme that Zimmer did.
And the louder guitars.
What Zimmer did, oh god, what Zimmer did with her score and BVS when she shows up, it's like, you want to just like, here she's here, and that score is just fantastic. I love her theme. It's one of my favorites. Absolutely love it. But yeah,
I can hear it. I can totally hear it in my head. I can hear,
that whole thing. And then when Hans Zimmer or whatever Elfman did it in Justice League, you're like, what the fuck was that? Was that her theme?
It just wasn't as bold. It was just. It was
Elfman
weaker. It was weaker. Like, I don't think he's a bad composer either, or film scorer. He's had some good stuff. Like, but it's like I wouldn't put him in my favorite of all time is, I'm definitely gonna go with John Williams #1. Yeah, I can't ignore the Supermans and the the Third Encounter, like Jaws he did too, and Star Wars and so many E.T. I love the score to E.T. So many iconic movie score, so like he's going to be #1. Zimmer's up there. I like James Horner stuff. God, who did the Star Trek one? I know Horner did some of them, but I'm drawing a blank on his name. But there's just certain ones like you just know it's them. Mm-hmm. Some of them reuse a lot of their stuff. I mean, Zimmer has done all those great stuff, like Gladiator score. I liked.
Oh my god, that score is incredible.
I mean, that was a really good score. It really fit. It fit the tone of the movie. It just worked, and there's a lot of people that hate his stuff. I'm like, I don't. It's pretty good to me.
Howard Shore did Lord of the Rings.
Howard Shore. Yep.
Love it. Randy.
I just want to go back to Trey Courtney's comment about the Reeves Superman and how they aged poorly. You're absolutely right. We were actually talking about this Man Lost Jedi the other night. And imagine trying to do Superman 1's storyline. Imagine trying to do any of the Reeves Superman storylines today, like remake them today. They just wouldn't stand up.
They'd be Superman Returns. It'd be Superman Returns. We've seen it before. What really bothers me about it is like one thing, or I shouldn't say it bothers me. One thing I really liked about Man of Steel, although I think it could have gone even further, is like the world we live in now would react to Superman. Like, imagine Superman like shows up tomorrow.
No kidding.
What would the news story be? You'd have people jockeying. You'd have people worried about it. They'd have the Bruce Wayne kind of thing. Is like, that dude's really powerful. That's kind of scary. Like, how do we control him? Like, what do we do if he just decides that he doesn't want to be the friendly, nice guy, and he just wants to start like, becoming a dictator? What do you do? That you would have people like, the same people on Twitter like that like watch a movie and then calculate how much time before a woman gets a speaking part.
Yeah.
Those types.
Yeah.
That they'd be out there going, Superman spends most of his time in suburban communities and not the urban communities. Therefore, Superman is racist because of who he chooses to save any given particular day. Or if he goes and fights crime, let's say in the urban areas, then he's racist against the urban areas because he doesn't care about quote unquote white collar crime somewhere else. And like people would come at him from all sides, accusing him of racism, misogyny, classism. He'd be privileged. He's got power privilege. Like, it would be insane. Like, and we all seen it on Twitter. Like these weirdos on Twitter would fucking hate him.
Yeah, I know.
And other people would worship him like a god, and you saw that in BVS a bit. And other people would fear him.
Nothing can be great anymore.
Yeah, not wrong at all.
Right?
That's exactly what he's talking about.
This world would not accept Superman as presented and as the Christopher. Like, Superman didn't grow up in the same world that the Christopher Reeve Superman grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he was Crash on Earth, what year was it? Probably 1960s.
Yeah, I think it was 50s or 60s.
Based on he was in
his very early 20s, and when he joined the Daily Planet, he'd been there for a little bit too. So
right, it would be just like Jonathan Kent's approach to teaching his son in Man of Steel was the approach that was probably proper for the world we live in today. It doesn't fit the world that the Reeves Superman was in, because it's different now. People would literally, when you saw it in BVS and like people were protesting, or was it? Yeah, it was BVS,
yeah,
but people were like protesting outside of the courthouse or wherever. Go home, and they'd be blaming him for things like, "Why'd you save this person, not this person?"
No, it would never be good enough. Never be good enough.
Yeah, nothing he would do would be good enough, and it'd be very miserable to be him, because it's like, look, I'm trying to do the right thing as best as I can here, and like no matter what I do, I can't do right. Like, it's like, if I save this person, it's why didn't you save this person? Like, that's the world we live in, and to me, the Man of Steel reflects that a lot more than
absolutely.
Like and that's what we mean by like you have to like set him in the modern times. You have to evolve him. It doesn't necessarily like fundamentally change his core per se, but like you got to understand that Superman now would grow up in a very different world than the Superman that would have grown up in the 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, not to say that there wasn't issues in the 50s and 60s, of course. I mean, dance gypsies, but I mean, still, like, it's just different now, and he would have to react differently. It'd be much harder to be Superman today than it would have been in 1979.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were going to be like, I'm going to be Superman, like now you'd literally be hated by half of everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Trey Courtney has a good point. It frustrates when people cry. He didn't smile, and that's not all Superman is. He's not just these. And I do think a lot of the people who
fantastic portrayal of Superman.
Oh, I agree. I think a lot of people that hate Man of Steel and the people say, "Oh, the Superman's my favorite character." Okay, it's most likely it's coming from the Donner stuff, because
yes,
if you're a DC Comics guy and you've read comics for a long time, there's always going to be a new iteration of this character, so you can accept a different version of this character. But if you're coming just from the Donner stuff, and you love Superman as a kid because of the Donner stuff, then yeah, that's probably why you're going to hate it. like we said on it, like I said something the other night on the stream when me and Lost Jedi 22 did about this. I don't like the Donner Superman movies. I didn't when I was a kid, and I know that's a hot take or whatever, but I didn't.
I liked them.
I think Superman 2 is better than Superman 1.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I still like them, but I don't have the, like, my rose-colored glasses looking back at them. They've cleared. I can see it for what it is, and while I do enjoy them, that's not the super. Like I like the Man of Steel Superman better. I do. I think if you did a movie where Superman is spending half the movie, taking kittens out of trees and busting burglars on yachts and grabbing, petty criminals off the streets and hauling them up by their shirts to the local jail or the police precinct, everybody would be like, this is boring.
Like, why aren't you? Yeah, exactly. Like, why aren't you going and doing something bigger than this? Like,
because if you think about it, like, what was the complaint about of Superman Returns? Right, Superman doesn't even throw a punch. Right,
they don't do shit. Yeah.
Watch Superman 1 and tell me where he punches somebody.
Yep. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Not once.
Not actually.
Not once. He just yells and flies around.
I can't think of a spot where he actually really fights anybody. He just kind of stands there and takes bullets, or somebody tries to hit him with a crowbar, and it's a funny yuck moment where the guy's from getting the reverb from hitting the Man of Steel with a crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a funny moment and everything, but he didn't then punch the dude or throw him through anything. He just kind of grabbed him and hauled him off to prison. And even the climax of the movie is what did he do? He didn't fight anybody. He went and stopped missiles.
Yeah.
Imagine if they remade the one where he turns back time by spinning around the Earth really quickly.
Because that makes sense.
That's Superman 1. Yeah,
Imagine if they redid that. I always get them all mixed up. So those
swear to God,
Supermans.
That is some people's argument against Man of Steel. Is why didn't he just fly around this Earth in reverse time?
Because that's not how it should work.
That's not how time travel works.
Yeah,
that was
turn the Earth back around.
That was dumb.
Yeah,
it was great. It was great for the time because it was it was back then. It was like, oh, whoa, look, he's turning the Earth the other way. He's going that quick that he's making the Earth spin the other way. I thought, back when I was a kid, I thought nothing of it.
Wait, could you imagine being on Earth at the moment where he's flying around and then suddenly
what are you doing?
The Earth
You're all of a sudden moving backwards.
Or no, just as he's slowing the spin of Earth down to get to the point where it's stopping before he even hits reverse, he's slowing the normal
you're moving forward. You're moving forward really slowly.
That would be weird.
All of a sudden, and then you stop, and it's you start going backwards.
Oh, Cass Berry says they did a parody of it in the newer Tick show on Amazon. I'm gonna have to figure.
That's funny.
Oh my God!
It's really just a really silly idea. It was a moment. He really cares about Lois Lane, and he was going to go against his father's wishes. Jarrell, his Earth's father, Jarrell's and everything. All of them were saying, "Don't do this, don't do this. You don't turn back time." And he did anyway to save the woman he loves. That's all nice and everything, but it's still really goofy. It's really dumb.
I can't stop thinking about it.
I know, me too. As soon as you did that, the sound effects and stuff, I lost it.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you start going you're still going forwards, but you're going forwards you start slowing down. You're like, what's going on? And then you start going backwards. It's
everybody's freaking out.
Could you imagine?
And everybody starts crying and freaking out. What just happened?
Oh, shit. Yeah. What happens if you're in a car? What happens if you're in a car? Or if you're in a plane and the plane starts going backwards? You're the pilot.
Wait,
everything's going fine. We're starting to slow down, but we're still in the air.
Yeah. And this is awkward. But imagine you were in the process of just finishing a task that is a not desirable task to do. You just or you were like sick and you just like puked your guts up, and then all of a sudden like now you go in reverse and you gotta go through it again.
Filling it back in your mouth.
And like gross.
Oh, you could make it even worse, and you could
you're
say
heaving
like
into the toilet and you like pause and you're like, what's going on here?
Could you
Just
imagine
right back inside your mouth.
shit going back inside?
You just get done taking, like, imagine being a guy with like the worst case of like hemorrhoids in the world. He gets done taking the most painful shit of his life, and then he's like, I gotta do it again. And it's gotta go back in, and then he's gotta do it again. Like, we're getting really gross now.
Imagine a woman giving birth and then having to redo it. How evil is Superman?
Oh,
Lady have to
evil
give
bastard.
birth twice.
I want some memes from this tonight. I want evil Superman memes. They waste people eat their own puke.
I just love the whole concept. I just love that whole concept of moving forward in slow motion and then having to sort of go backwards. That's so funny. I never thought about that.
Dark side was imagine if he ejected everyone out of space in the movie ended like if it was like a realistic thing, like he thought it was going to turn back time, but it just turns the Earth's axis and people just start flying off the planet. Like out in the atmosphere.
And
then he gets done. He's like,
for everybody to leave orbit.
Where's everybody? Where the hell did everybody
go? People just start, whoa, we're losing gravity. They start traveling out into space. Oh, shit.
Yeah, like they're getting flung off a ride.
From space backwards, yeah.
My God. That's great.
Yeah, like there's it's really silly. I mean, I still like Superman 1 and Superman 2, 3 not so much, and 4 was just horrible. But like these things weren't masterpieces in the sense that like they were like free of continuity issues and free of just kind of like what the fuck how the hell does that work moments, you know.
Superman comes back to Earth like, wait a minute, where's Lois?
she's up there. She's like, I'm up here. I'm up here.
She's not drowning in dirt anymore. She got flung off the planet. She's like out in the.
She just did.
Fuck you, Superman. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Donner Soup's exposed. There you go, Runner Studios. He moved the moon to block the sun. What the fuck? Yeah, wisdom with teeth removal, exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
everything.
My God.
So
like, that didn't go the way I planned.
Yeah. And then you go into Superman 2, and it's like, all right, he just like he took a hydrogen bomb into space and detonated it. Like, was there any radioactive fallout from that?
Repercussions on that one? Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, if you really think, like, if you really want to put scrutiny on, like, if people applied the same level of scrutiny as they did to the Man of Steel as they did the Donner films, they wouldn't be able to watch the Donner films.
I know
the same way that they don't. Like,
let's make a retrospective.
Yeah, like and like I said, I still know. Like, how stupid was that? Stupid, like how does that? Is there some Krypton like Saran wrap technology that he could pull that thing off his chest and like wrap Non in it? Like, and then Non's just like, dude,
I don't know where to go.
Saran wrap, and then he gets all like. He gets all tangled up in Saran wrap, but it was in the shape of the Superman shield, and like, what the fuck is this?
The weirdest shit. Like,
telekinesis, white laser power thing, and
it's so funny.
And it was like, yeah. There are moments like, and then the whole he can disappear and reappear and clone himself thing. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, super weird. Yeah.
And then he murdered Zod.
He murdered Zod. He broke Zod's hand and crushed it in a million pieces and threw him down a chasm.
And Lois Lane murdered Ursa, and Non committed suicide. He was just like, dude. I mean, Non was funny because he was like dirt. Yeah, the dumbest supervillain ever. Like, I like the moment when he's like trying to do the snake thing. He's like, he's trying to do like the laser eye thing. You know,
what about the woman floating in space in Superman 4 and she didn't explode? Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
I try not to remember the Superman 4 at all. And that thing was just bad. Like the whole nuclear man thing.
Hey,
like,
Trey Courtney, if you find those videos, man, tag me on Twitter or send me a message on Twitter. He says somebody did a video where he breaks all the Reeves movies down and all the dumb shit in them. I feel like that's a task for us now too. We should do that.
I think so, because
Christopher Reeve's Supermans are stupid.
Yeah.
Why Christopher Reeve's Superman?
No, just like
gay.
They're so brilliant.
My title would be like, I like the Donner movies, but they're kind of stupid.
Yeah, the Donner movies, are they good or are they the big gay? One of the two.
Yeah. I still like them. All right, but I look back at him like I like Man of Steel so much more.
Good Lord,
I think that's the Superman I'd want to like.
I'd
look up to and I want to meet or I want to be like or like, because you just understand that like he didn't have this like perfect life, and he doesn't always make the right choice. He's got to live with some of the consequences that, the thing about, his dad tells him not to expose himself. He listens, and he's got to live with that. And a lot of people, that's another one that everybody's like, he would never do that. Well, he did. And then you got to understand, like, that significantly impacted him as a character, as a person.
Yeah.
The regret he had for not doing it for the rest of his life. And
That's right.
Like, he still second guesses himself. That's part of his character. And, you could argue, like, could Superman have saved him? Well, yeah, it was kind of stupid that Pa Kent would have gone back for the dog instead of him. Because even if if the tornado came and smacked him straight in the face, he'd like survive it because he's fucking Superman. He's like, the tornado could throw him, 20 counties over and he'd be fine. He's freaking Superman. But like, the choice, the understanding that in that world, like, Pa Kent's worst fear was the Twitter, the Twitter psychos and the anti, hero type people that would just shit on him or trying to experiment him, or he was trying to protect his son. So like, it's not my favorite moment in the movie, but like, I get it. Like, I understand.
It makes sense. Yeah.
I understand the why. I understand why Jonathan Kent told him, basically kind of waved him off because he was going to go. Like, you see that, like, he was just about to go. And the idea is like, well, he's super fast. He could have gone there and rushed back and nobody would have noticed he's gone. It's like, yeah, but except for everybody would have noticed that his father disappeared. He already has a history of these strange things that Lois was able to track him down based on all these mysterious events. Like, he did save people all the time. That's kind of how Lois tracked him down to where he came from. Because he followed that trail of the rescuing the people on the oil rig and various other things, and she's kind of monologuing there, like, and she finally like goes and meets what's his name at the IHOP.
Trey Courtney sent me a link to that video.
Nice.
It's let me see here.
How long is it?
I'm gonna put it. It's 11 minutes. I'm gonna put it in the chat. People to watch. Okay. It's why you're wrong about Superman. Superman is an idiot. Part 1.
Okay. Nice.
Here's the video that Trey Courtney just sent me, guys. Here's the video. Go watch it when we get done here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that as soon as we get done. His ratio's pretty good. His ratio's pretty good. He's got way more upvotes, but yeah.
Oh, we still got 172 down, but yeah, that's a lot of downer people that are just gonna be like, no, that was the definitive. That's fine if that is for you, but like, don't tell me like, they're not perfect movies. For me, it's a lot. It's like Mando. It's like, you can like it, it's fine, but there's just a lot of really shitty fucking things that happen in the course of those 8 episodes that make no sense.
I know. All right, I think we're going to wind down a little bit now.
We went later than we originally planned because
we're going to go 2 hours.
You're out of town.
I gotta be up early. We got a bunch of family stuff going on today where I am, but we're gonna do the Abu Nas rep to send us off, and then we'll kind of course talk to you guys and say bye and stuff. But I want to watch this. It's like a couple minutes long, and it is the definitive. Make sure I share audio. I don't want no boomer moment. Did that earlier already today. I'm going to read what it says here too. Come on, mouse, go back down to this screen. 3 screens, man. Rough. the brand new Snyder Cut anthem, everybody. Hope you like. Dedication to everyone who rides for the boss. I can share with everyone. Nice. Go ahead and full screen that. And are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? You guys ready for the fire?
Ready.
Do it. Let's do it.
Are you ready, true believers? The Snyder Cut is back. Haters keep hating, but they running like rats, hiding in the deepest, darkest hole they know. Mad at themselves that they all lost control. How did it all happen under their watch? 3 years of screaming on this movie nonstop, saying that it don't exist, so move on. You have better luck seeing a unicorn. Man of Steel suck. BBS is trash. There's nothing for you here, so leave it in the past. Disrespect this work every way that they can. On Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. It's hard at first love the Zack Snyder's work. They said he drove the DCEU into the dirt, but he got back up, brushed the dirt off his shirt. His patience paid off, and now you know his worth. Warner Brothers sold Zack, yo, you need to stop. Ain't no way in hell that you ever gonna rock. AT&T, the new boss on the block, said to Warner Brothers, yo, I think not. Turned to Zack and said, show me what you got. He showed them the movie and all their mouths dropped. They said, holy shit, this movie is top notch. Why the hell did we leave this on the lot? We need this badass film to see the light of day. HBO Max said, yo, send it my way. We'll make a teaser trailer at the end of May to let everyone know this film is on its way. The word got out quick. Haters was having fit. They said it was a rumor, but they knew it was legit. Your reign is done. Come join us in the sun. Understand that the fans of Zack Snyder what? Oh my God! Yes, release the Snyder Cut. Yeah, boy. You know we waited long enough. Holy shit! You see these haters stay on stuff. Holla back! Cause you know we about to tear it up. 214 minutes of fun. Holding it down, have these haters on the run. Deleting everything under the sun. The internet's forever, it's still looking dumb. We raise money for suicide prevention. Trending on Twitter got their attention. Release the Snyder Cut on every billboard and every Comic-Con that we could afford. We're so happy we're at the finish line to see the true Justice League finally shine. Shout out to everyone who gave their time, their money, and effort that was so hard to find. The mother of our movement.
Oh, is that it? It ends there. I can't hear you, Jeff. You're muted. And so is...
Okay, boomer me. Yeah. That was badass, man. That was badass.
I just love seeing how happy he is. I'm just happy that he's happy.
I know. That's
you can see like I'm not really into rap massively either, but like
yeah. I respect what he does, man, for real. I really do.
Just seeing how happy he is.
Yeah.
It's good.
I love it. Yeah. Abenas, man, kicking some ass. We gotta have him on the show. For real. We gotta have him on the show. I love watching him. He's great. He's awesome. A lot of great people in our community right now. So we're gonna have hopefully get some different guests on the next couple weeks too. We'll have to have Nina on and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So I think we're gonna wrap it up there, guys. It's been a really great week, especially for Snyder Cut people and for fandom in general. For fandom in general. This is about fandom. Remember that. Lethal made some great points in his videos this week and on Twitter about it too. So yeah, it's been But thank you guys for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Everybody in the chat right now. I still got 21 people watching. You guys are absolutely amazing that you guys have stuck around and hung out. And we do this because we like hanging out with you guys. I'm guessing you saw his meme there, Rhino.
Yeah.
Babu Frick giving Rhino a titty twister. A titty twister for Raging Rhino. I'm going to drop the Discord link in the chat. Again, guys, if you are not on the Discord,
check out all those memes.
You guys might want to come up here and join. And the Senate, Runner Studios, and Apollo Patriot are memeing it up over there right now. Yes, it is.
I've seen it.
Bail Organa just got his ass.
Bail Organa got
spanked.
Dusted.
Yeah.
Dusted.
By Lando Calrissian.
Yeah. 18-4.
Thank you for everyone that voted on the poll again this week.
This wasn't the outcome you liked.
22 people. Oh, it's always fun.
There's the bob. There it is. There it is. There it is. There's
that hurt.
Yeah, your face looks like you're not happy about that.
Get off me! Get the fuck off me!
Imagine having to go through that and then like reverse it and then go back through it again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna drop links to Lost Jedi 22 and Raging Rhino.
Yes, and I just want to quickly say again, I'm sorry I haven't put out a video this week. I will have this episode 3 on Poe of my series that I'm doing. It will be done by this Friday, coming this week, definitely. And I'm just going to do another sort of a bit of a celebration for hitting my 250. I'll do that. I'll probably video that tonight and have that out maybe tomorrow or the day after, just to have something there. But thank you all, and yes, thank you.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I'll be back in town for my trip on Tuesday, and I'll get back into my videos. I got a ton of stuff planned, ton of stuff. I don't know how I'm going to get all that out, but I literally was writing stuff down today, like I want to do this and this and this and this, and it's just a ton of stuff. So, guys, keep an eye on my channel. If you are not subscribed to my channel as well, just hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate it, and a thumbs up on the video, you guys. I do appreciate you guys doing that. We always get some great thumbs up and great likes on our videos. We really appreciate you guys doing that.
Yes,
and yeah. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
Lost Jedi.
Go ahead, Lost Jedi. Sorry.
Hey, I just looked. I hit the 90 marks on my way to 100. Thank you, everybody who's subscribed. I haven't been putting out much content either. I was a little disheartened to see, like, I think Picard stuff is getting nuked by the algorithm a bit. Yeah, Gary was saying something about that too. I think that a lot of the Star Trek content is the algorithm is not favoring it, even if people are searching for it. So that's unfortunate, but I do intend to pick that series back up. I'm not going to give up on it or anything like that. I still have a lot more I want to say. It's just a matter of getting down to it, and I'm going to be in the process of moving here pretty soon. So that's going to probably halt some of that progress, but appreciate the subscriptions. Hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I do put something out. I like to think at least that, if you haven't seen it, watch the Devil Reacts video.
Yeah, that's real. I was gonna say, that was this really good video, guys. Really, really good.
It was kind of taking shots at Breakthrough Gaming and some of the shit surrounding Naughty Dog.
I also just wanted to quickly just plug next week, Saturday night. Saturday morning for a lot of you guys in the States, or for everyone in the States. Doing the full Aussie next week, and I will have a didgeridoo. I can't play it consistently. I'm not saying that I'm a master at it or anything, but I can make the sounds, and we'll give you a good show next week. So come and join us there next week.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I want to hear the Star Wars theme on the didgeridoo.
Don't know about that.
Learn it.
Don't know about that.
You got 1 week to learn it, Rhino.
God. I'm probably going to have 1 day to learn it, to be honest, because I'm getting it on Friday. I'm getting the didgeridoo on Friday, and I got to play it on Saturday night. Yeah,
nice.
So and it's been a long time since I've actually played one, so I got to make sure that I can still fucking play
it. you can still play your didgeridoo. It's good. But
that's not code for anything.
Let's end there. Thank you for coming. Woo!
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We do appreciate it. You guys were freaking awesome. Thanks for the donations tonight too. We appreciate that as well. And thanks to our guests, of course, Ryan, Lethal, Steph, and all the people that in the chat. And thank you guys for stopping by. We appreciate it. And I've seen we've got a bunch of people joining Discord right now too. So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be so much fun. So
we won.
One thing to quick plug about the Discord is there's a Patreon that the Geek Blend has set up. There's tiers marked to that do tie into some Discord privileges and stuff that we're going to do in the future. Potentially like a kind of a call-in segment to be on the show. We might just take some questions, so not just the chat. You can be on with us in just audio, so you don't have to worry about the camera or anything like that. We're going to try and get that going in the future as well.
Yeah.
So if you have not checked out his Patreon page, I don't know if I have a link to it.
I just dropped it.
No, it's just chucked it in the chat. Then
yes. Thank you,
Lock
Jedi 22 for plugging that. I appreciate that so much. And yeah, well, once we get a few more patrons, we'll start doing some more behind the scenes stuff. We'll do stuff with us in Discord, like after the show, things like that. So yeah, where we'll look forward to more stuff. I'll be doing behind the scenes stuff, or we would love to do like movie commentaries to put in on the Patreon, things like that. So we got some stuff we could do for you guys. But yeah, check it out. Check out the Discord, and we will see you guys next week. And thanks for stopping by. And you guys have been fucking awesome as usual. And you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy. If you're in the States and it's Memorial Day weekend, be safe, be careful, don't drive drunk, all that crap. So, you guys have a good time. But we'll see you guys next week. Later.
Thank
you guys.